The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
All right. Welcome, everybody.
Howdy, folks.
Hey now, Andrew Collins. And I apologize to everyone that tuned in just for viewing the Hulk. He's not going to be here tonight. Joe is here, everybody. He's not in his chair right now, so that's why his camera's not on him. But he's cooking food, and he's on the show tonight. For all those who missed Joe, Joe is here. Grelba, how are you today, sir?
Pretty good, pretty good. Working the grind.
All right. So now he's got a job, and now it's his busy season.
Oh, yeah.
He's working for 2 days. That joke was for Joe. Joe should have been here for that one. We'll have to tell him. Anyways, a couple of issues today. Let's see. I just want to put this out there. You know, today I was like, I was thinking about going live smoking a cigar earlier, and I'm like, well, I got the show tonight and doing the live. And then I was like, you know what? There's a lot of cross shit going on with because people watch my show for guitar stuff. And that's what the channel should be. So I started a second channel called Dave's Cigar Channel, and I'll be doing my cigar lives from there. That way, if you guys play guitar and you don't give two shits about it, here it is in the chat. That's the channel. When you click on that, it should open up. And you can sub it. If you don't want to sub it because you don't smoke cigars, I don't care. If you want to sub it because you smoke cigars, sub it. If you happen to enjoy my antics when I'm smoking a cigar and talking about bullshit, then you could watch. But it's going to be I'm going to be reviewing cigars in a normal way. Like I don't know what you call it, like an every guy review, where I'm not going to sit there and tell you I taste cocoa and earth and all that stuff that I don't taste. I taste a fucking cigar. Now, whether I like the flavor of the cigar or not, that's a different question. Ricky Compton, hey now. Welcome. You won't last, RL. You won't last. That's from an old SNL. Half the price. Oh, that's a great one. So anyway, so that's what it's going to be. I'm probably going to do the live show from the White Ash there. And all my music stuff will stay on Dave's Guitar Channel, and eventually I'll stop pulling all the cigar shit that I've done on this channel so far off. There's just no need. I don't think a lot of the guitar players care for it, and the ones who smoke and do like it, good for you. You can go to my cigar channel. That's how it's going to work. Oh no, there's lots of bullshit on this show, but I bullshit about music. I tell you things like the body of the guitar makes a difference. The mass will make a difference on the tone. That's when you know I'm bullshitting you. What about the tunes? The tunes. Let me tell you guys, I have been watching a lot of Slipknot on YouTube. I'm infatuated with this band. I don't know how they got by me on the radar. But these guys are just killing it. Now, musically, it's somewhat humorous. It's more rhythmic than it is musical, but it's just so good. Why do you not give a shit? Why? Because I don't care, because it doesn't affect my life, Cheech. That's why. Welcome, Joe, everybody, to the show. It doesn't affect my life. Well, that's why I don't give a shit. So it's like, if you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't want to watch it, whatever. No one's it's like when I do my live. Everyone was like, Dave, how come you don't go live more often with your how come you don't do the live? Hey, Jerry Gorham is here, everybody. How come you don't do the live shows? And it's like, let me tell you something. When I don't do the live show on my YouTube, the audience is tipping way more. We're way more into the audience. Nobody's tipping me on YouTube. So my response then is, what do I give a shit? What, I care about the 500 views? I can tell you right now, I do not care about the 500 views. I'd rather just not make it. I'd rather not put the video up. I don't care. Oh, yeah, Ricky. Yeah, no, they're great. They're great. So anyway, so that's why I don't care. And so that's why also I wanted to separate it, because I'm like, if you want to watch cigar-oriented stuff, yeah, thanks, Andrew. No, I mean, the live shows are cool and fun for people to watch, except I'm there to make money. I'm being paid by a bar to do it. And people are tipping me and I'm making a 50 to 150 bucks extra in tips. And then it's like, what am I going to do? Then I'm also running a live show where nobody's tipping me or no one cares. And my thing gets 500 views and YouTube isn't paying me anything, because those videos get dinged. Every song I play gets dinged by the original artist. Just tell them, I get like, when I do a live thing from a bar, I'm getting 30 fucking songs being taken credit for by the people by the original artists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Total.
So to me, that's what it's doing. Jerry, I want to say a quick hello to you real quick. Hello, Jerry. But I want to get back to Joe real quick because
hi, Joe.
Krellboss
Jerry.
Job.
What happened?
Joe, do you know that Krellboss started a new job?
No.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
He started a job last week, and he was talking about it at the beginning. He said, it's he's doing the grind. And I said, oh, this is your busy season. He's been at work for 2 days, right? Remember that Seinfeld? Jerry, this is my busy.
Yeah, Kramer with the bagel.
No, not the bagel. It was when he was faking the job at the place where he just went in and didn't do anything.
Oh, the
Vandalay
Penske
Industries.
What's that?
The Penske file ones?
No, the Penske file is George.
When he
You guys are not Penske material. No, this is the one where he goes in and they're like, then they review Kramer and they're like, you don't have any idea what you're doing here. And he was just like, nah. And he just put his suitcase in his briefcase and left.
Yeah.
Dane.
Great stuff.
Hey, Dane.
Dane, welcome. Jerry, what's happening, sir?
Oh, I have a color sample.
Okay, very good.
If he drops his drawers, I'm leaving.
Did you say stool sample?
Oh,
Color. Oh, that's burgundy mist on the top.
However, do you see that little extra flavor?
The flake, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in burgundy mist.
No. Underneath is burgundy mist. That's like a pink glitter blast spray paint. And it just...
But don't they make a burgundy mist metallic? Am I crazy?
Yeah,
here,
no,
folks?
but it's far more subdued. That's the right color, the hue. But all that fucking crystal on top is another process.
What's that?
Two things.
What's that thing? What is that thing called? The and you know what you can do with your guitar strap when you have that color guitar? You can bedazzle it. Get the bedazzler.
why don't you vajazzle it?
Yeah.
You do the vajazzle.
It's the same thing.
Extra pimp.
Wow, not really.
So what was the other one? Is champagne sparkle, right? Is that what I'm looking at on the other spoon? Well, we're looking at a couple of spoons, though. Am I right?
Well, it's what it is.
I feel like I'm in Congress. Can you at least let me know that I'm right? That you're showing a couple of spoons.
Yes, exactly. The
burgundy that I was there at the dinner,
right? And then it's tough because we don't have a lot of light down here. That's the glitter treatment over white, and you just see it's just very.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
it looks like a champagne sparkle, which it would be nicer as a champagne.
On top of the on the burgundy mist, and you get that.
I think a champagne sparkle would be a good idea for a guitar color.
Yeah, they could
for a
work.
Strat.
Well, I had pretty good results with this whole thing, and there's a bunch of colors they do. So, and it's not a lot of money. It's like $10 a can. So yeah, it's fun.
Oh, congratulations, Ricky. Cheech, I don't know. No, when I record acoustic guitars, usually, I mean, unless I'm using my own stuff here, but in a studio, no, I've never used an Audio-Technica mic. We're using, nice mics. Not that that's not a nice mic. You can get away with a lot of stuff, but that's not the mic we would use. It doesn't. I'm not saying it's a bad mic. I just don't know. You had a white, cream, and metallic color. Yeah, well, that champagne is a cool thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I got a gold base. I want to do a glitter.
I'm just going to put Zim away until he comes back into his picture, just because it looks better as a foursome than it does as a 5 with one missing.
Yeah, it's like the 24/7 music store channel.
Yeah.
It's like
everybody's got gear in the background.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody has gear, memorabilia, nonsense. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't believe. Am I actually seeing Johnny Kramer apologize for a typo? Johnny, you should apologize when you spell things correctly. You know what I mean?
Dave, how was
champagne peep?
How was Martini's Saturday night? And I came in kind of in the middle of your opening monologue. So
how was last Saturday's Martinis?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. So I guess the gist was you're there to focus on your live audience.
Well, I'm just saying my live audience is tipping me
effort to come down and see you.
No, it's not about I'm saying they tip me, and when I'm playing it on my channel, nobody's tipping. I'm getting like 500 views, and I'm getting tagged by every fucking artist telling me that it's their song. So what's the point of me doing it? I mean, am I doing it because I want to show you every fucking week I can sit and play a gig? I could care less.
Well, I'm sure there's a bunch of them that anybody can look at and see, what you and Jimmy can do or you and Emily can do anytime, So, yeah, you don't have to pump it so hard with the video.
I don't. I'm saying, and I'm just saying why I don't.
Yeah, I agree with you. You got your people right in front of you. That's what's really, really important.
Yeah, no, we have a good time, though. It's a good time there, though. We have fun with Joe and Chrissy. It's fun. They're just cool people to hang with after. We have a good time. It's a good gig.
Yeah. And
there's just no need to mussy it up by putting a camera somewhere and then having to deal with that. And then I get home and I get 40 emails saying that this song and this song and this song and this song they want. And it's like, well, I'm not making any money from this fucking thing. What am I doing it for?
Yeah. Hey,
I'm not trying to make friends.
5 p.m. That's not how he plays it on the album.
What?
The song you played live at 9:45 p.m. That's not how he plays it on the album.
Yeah,
exactly. I don't get any of that nonsense. I wouldn't tolerate any of that silly shit. That's
fuck you. Get your own gig, asshole.
Yeah, that's something I don't care about. It's like we're just out there having fun. Like Jimmy and I, God, we played a couple of songs the other night. We've never played them before. And I'm like, let me listen to the song for a second. And I actually had to go to YouTube and listen to the song and go, all right, I can pull it off, I think. And we're faking it through like a lot of new songs and whatnot. Whatever. Chrissy actually asked me to play Come With Me and We'll Be, because she had just watched Willy Wonka that morning.
Yeah,
She had texted me that morning and saying, hey, I'm watching Willy Wonka. I said, oh, I got to learn Pure Imagination. She goes, no, you have to tonight. So we played that. I mean, we'll pull off. There's some tough chords in that song. Fucking, that's not.
You know who does that great instrumental? Buckethead.
Oh, he does. Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful song. Yeah, it's great. What can I say? Yeah, it's just. I mean, the chords in it are tough, and it's just these changes that are just a lot of 2-5-1s. It's typical jazz type of composition, but good stuff. but whatever.
Good day, sir.
What's that? I said good
day,
exactly.
sir.
Let's see if Gene Wilder has anything to say about it.
I said good day.
All right. Guess he's a little upset about it.
The epic comb over.
So
He
Joe,
looks like he's almost about to laugh because it's just out of character for Gene Wilder to yell angry.
oh, he's so great.
I love
He
him.
is so great.
It's
So
funny
great.
when he goes into hysterics. That's when he's funniest.
Well, you know the scene when they're on the boat in that
Yeah.
movie and he's scaring everybody? The people on the boat had no idea that's how the scene was going to go down. And
Yeah,
he
and
told
they-
the director, don't let them know I want to scare the bejesus out of them. And so he did. They were really like looking at it like, what the fuck are we in here? They had no idea that's how the scene was going to go.
Yeah, and they thought he was really cracking up.
Yeah, it's great. Anywho. What else is up, guys?
Just a lot of work. It's my busy season.
Oh, what are you doing? What's going on? What are you cooking, by the way? Because when you first started, you were like, I got something on the oven.
Oh,
What
I
do you
had
got
burgers
going?
on the stove. I had burgers for dinner.
Yeah.
100% organic, grass-fed, medium rare. They are gone.
Nice. What'd you eat it with?
I like to cook them with a little mushroom, onion. I threw in some garlic. I have my green olives. Thank you.
Yeah, what is your weight now? What are you weighing these days?
I haven't checked, but even I was seeing it just now. I switched my diet about a month ago. Smartest thing I ever did. You know, I was doing the keto.
Mhm.
I went full carnivore.
Now,
And it physically and mentally, it's the best thing I've ever done.
interesting.
I haven't felt this good since I was a teenager, and I don't even know if I did feel this good back then.
Yo, you know who Jordan Peterson is? He
Oh,
went
That's
on
why I
full
did
carn-
it. But
He
that's
did,
what,
he did full carnivore, and he has a history of autoimmune diseases in his
Yeah.
family. His daughter
And his
suffered
daughter.
from it. He was
I
starting-
love Jordan Peterson.
Yeah,
that's what helped my
smartest
decision.
guy in the room.
He really is.
Him and his daughter did it, and her arthritis went away. I can tell you, I was only able to stand for a few minutes at a time, and I'm flying around.
Zim, I'll get you in if you're when you
Even
sit.
my bad right knee isn't that bad anymore, even when I'm taking care of Mikey. So
So, what do you think you lost in the past month?
I don't know. I'll eventually get back on the scale to check, but I don't even care. You know,
Yeah, you
I
look
know when
thinner, though, Joe.
I had to flip the shirt because the shirt I was wearing before, when I opened up the ketchup, the fucking thing exploded. I'm like, mother, and you probably heard me cursing in the kitchen. So I grabbed this, and it just come out of the wash, and I was like, shit, this is draping on me. And now
Nice.
seeing myself, my face,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I'm getting
Yeah.
back to when I was really doing good. Like when I
Yeah.
was doing my nightly video. So yeah.
Good for
Excellent.
you, man.
Yeah, I wanted to be here last week, but work has just been insanity.
Yeah.
You know, it's getting at the end of the day, and my chest and stomach hurt from talking constantly.
I hear you.
So, and now I have a hurricane about to pile down my fucking ass. So that's my
Nice.
life.
Well, today I hit a milestone in the gym. I put up 140s today that I was planning on doing for next week. I wanted to put them up for October. And today I just was in the gym and I did my warm-ups, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to throw 140-pound dumbbells up and see what happens. It's fucking good. Got them.
Was
Felt
it
strong.
once or a certain number of reps?
Twice.
Twice.
2 solid reps. And I try to go as fast as I can, and I'm going slow as hell with those things. They, weighs a fucking ton in your hands.
Sure.
Then I did flies and cable flies, and then I went right and did cardio. But I can't go down in weight. My weight is stuck at 200. I'm stuck here.
Well, you know what? I think maybe that's just going to be your weight. It's like
I still because I feel like I could drop 10.
the thing
I
is,
should be 190.
as you get older, people I know what the word is, thicken out, if you will. If you knew someone like when that was 20 years old that was really skinny like a rail, they all seem to fill out by the time they're in the 50s. I mean, they're still not fat, but they seem to fill out more.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
And
Dave,
What
what
about you? Because you've lost some weight in the last couple of weeks.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you, what are you doing for cardio now? Over an hour?
An hour.
What if you did another hour, 8 to 12 hours afterwards or before?
How about go fuck yourself? What do you mean? How about if I do another hour? What if I do another hour? You know how hard it is to do a fucking hour of cardio? I'm at a 13-degree angle. I'm walking like uphill both ways, home into school, and then
I just asked you a question.
no, it's not because I don't do cardio for weight loss. I'm doing cardio for my heart. I say this all the time after watching my dad pass. When I walked up the stairs last year, and I was like, "Oh my God," it winded me. I'm like, I'm gonna get back in shape, but I'm going to do something that I've never done before, which is cardio for the heart. And I'm on the treadmill for my heart. I'm doing it too fast for it to be fat burning, but it doesn't matter. You know, to me, it's about longevity. I'm just trying to stay healthy.
Maybe you just walk the neighborhood for an hour. Try it. See what happens.
Well, if I'm outside, I'm smoking cigars. That's just what's
walk
happening.
around and smoke cigars. You know what I mean? It's perfect weather.
Well, the thing is, the benefit
neighborhood for that too.
A lot of it has to do with the fact I'm putting on muscle as I'm losing. So it's like, even though the scale's saying I'm still 200, I mean, I'm definitely a lot leaner. I mean,
yeah, you're smaller.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you're staying the same weight, but your clothes get looser.
Well, yeah. I mean, a 32 is swimming on me right now.
Wow. I haven't been a 32 and
yeah, it's huge on me.
Yeah, I was down to a 38 last year. I'm at a 40 right now.
Yeah, because you're eating all kinds. No, I'm just kidding.
Swallow a lot of aggression.
Quick question for you guys. I'm listening to music the other day. Bark at the Moon is on.
Jake E.
Right?
Lee, yeah.
You guys from the song Bark at the Moon?
Yep.
Yeah, Jake E. Lee.
The second time he says Bark at the Moon, there's like a guitar that's overdubbed that's like, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's to cover up a cut. I think the next part of that song when it goes gang, ding, gang, 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 is from a different take. Because I'm listening to it, and I've heard
it again.
I'm listening to it, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? There's all of a sudden it sounds like a bad cut to me, and I wasn't listening to that. I wasn't letting that take over the track for me. And now every time I hear it, all I hear is the cut. And it's a bad cut. Like an obvious cut. You guys are all quiet here today.
I was going to ask a question. Who
final
produced
cut.
that record?
What's that?
Who produced that record? Bark at the Moon.
That's a good question.
My guess would be Max Norman because he did the first two, but I don't know.
All right, then my thought is this: whomever produced it, right? It seems like a lot of significant albums at this point. Someone has sat down and discussed with these folks the particulars of the recording process and things like that. So maybe you could get an answer if you found, somebody sat down and talked about the making of Bark at the Moon. You know what I mean? But maybe they wouldn't divulge such a inside.
Why would I even have to hear that? I can hear the cut.
Okay.
So it was produced by Ozzy, Bob Daisley, and Max Norman. It was engineered by Max Norman.
Yeah, Max did all the early stuff.
I don't know. Is that common practice for them to, or would it cost a lot of money to redo, or just it would delay?
Well, the song is at a tacit. There's a stop there. It's like, and you can hear him. Bop, back at the band.
Yep.
But they put this overdub of a guitar, which is clearly not the same guitar that's playing the main riff. In fact, depending on which mix you hear of it, sometimes it's too loud and sometimes it's really soft. But either way, it's placed right at the spot so you miss where the cut comes in because you can hear that it's a cut. I just want to know if anyone else could hear that. Whatever.
I'll have to listen to it again.
There's a big There's a big keyboard part over it,
Well,
synthesizer kind of thing.
No, everything stops. It's just a
Are you
guitar that's
listening
going.
to the original or the remastered?
Either one.
Because it said
remastered wouldn't change the mix. It would have to be remixed for you to have the difference in the mix.
It may, because listen to this. While remastering Ozzy's back catalog in 2002, executive producer Bruce Dickinson, which I don't think is the same as the singer.
No, that's
Bruce Dickinson.
Discovered many.
More cowbell.
Discovered many of the original master tapes with the rhythm guitar tracks and other less obvious parts were missing. Rather than scrap the project or have the tracks re-recorded by other musicians, he used guitar tracks from unreleased studio outtakes. That's
no. This is you can hear it sounds like a complete cut from a section.
Mm-hmm. Because of the subtle differences in the guitar tone on the 2002 reissue, some fans speculated that Zakk Wylde or another guitarist had re-recorded parts. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It does sound like that could be what you're hearing, though.
Yeah, it's at the stop. Well, it's the whole band. It's like, it's like they cut the whole track of like when that part that they either played it. Now they could have moved it, or they could have just done the song 2 or 3 times and realized that chorus was the better chorus there. I don't know.
I tell you what offends me right now is that Wikipedia has this genre for this album as glam metal / heavy metal. Ozzy was never glam metal.
No.
Even when he looked like my aunt on the Ultimate Sin tour, he wasn't glam metal.
Yeah, he looked like your aunt, though, on the tour for Pocket the Moon.
Yeah, hag metal.
Yeah. Glam metal? No.
Hold on.
Now you're going to have me listening for that every time I hear it.
I'm telling you.
Yep. That and a friggin' shaker and friggin' double vision. As soon as he mentioned that, it ruined that song for me the rest of my life.
Hey, Greg McCurtain, how are you?
So what's everyone been up to? New gear? Anything? Anything worth mentioning?
Nothing new on my end.
No. I've been I'm just playing. I'm gigging, I got 2 gigs this week. And
yeah, I missed that you don't put them up live. I used to like putting them on and either watching or just listening in the background.
Yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. Like I was saying, it just becomes a pain because it's
Zim put up a nice video yesterday. That
he did?
The cream colored Strat you were changing the pot on?
Yeah. There's some guys out in the parking lot like looking at guitars out of the back of their car and stuff. So I'd run out there and go, what the hell's going on out here?
The case in the store.
Right.
Yeah, that Strat. I had to change the potentiometer on it. That was a customer's guitar.
Yeah, I like that he opted not to have that extra hole drilled.
Yeah.
I missed it. I missed what happened.
I
didn't see your. I don't. I'm not that I don't see. I just don't see many guitar stuff in my feed anymore.
Same here.
Now it could be that I'm looking at Pornhub and not YouTube, but still.
No guitars, but plenty of G strings.
I just kind of decided to do a lot of restring videos instead of wandering around and trying to, look at come up with all the stats and the measurements and research. No, I just let the camera roll on restring videos. And if you think about channels that are just doing restring videos, you've got Dave's World of Fun Stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then who else? It's pretty much wide open. I can't think of any other guitar type channel that just restrings guitars all day, right? So
Well,
if you're
would
into
they
watching
still
somebody
used to?
restring a guitar, then I guess I'm one of them.
So now we got the fifth one over there is Jerry's creepy basement. Is he hanging a jacket on a strat?
No, I think that's a young child that's hanging.
Oh,
The casino guitar guys, do they do string changes?
No, they just sit and talk to each other.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't dig the music store guys because they have, they deal with new gear where they have to be nice about stuff that they sell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's different when, if they're going to talk about Gibson, they're not going to badmouth Gibson.
No.
They'll dance around it lightly, and it's like
It makes them come off bias.
well, because
they're
that's
trying
what
to
they
sell
sell.
stuff.
So it's like, of
Yeah,
course,
they're
they're not
sales
going to
guys.
shit on something.
And they just have comments or they just have discussions about the latest little guitar topics that are out there. And then they babble on a lot about what movies they've seen lately and stuff. And then let's come back to, talking about, when Gibson sued Dean, they had a lot to say about that. And
Yeah, Dave's World of Fun Stuff. You ever see his
Dave's World of
cooking
Fun stuff, man.
videos?
He's a
He
Canadian
destroyed
and
a prime rib.
He strings videos.
Yeah.
And he has 100 and some thousand subs or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done it for a long time and a lot of people watch him. Yeah.
The guy cooks a prime rib and it looks like it's cooked to perfection. Then he gets the electric knife and he shaves it like friggin' cold cuts and puts gravy all over it.
Cheech asked, "What's my favorite produced album?" That's tough. I mean, because I think Asia from Steely Dan is probably up there as one of my favorite produced albums.
How about So? Peter
Gabriel So by Daniel Lanois is another great produced album. I do think Asia's a better produced album, but I do think So is fucking brilliant. I think Hats by the Blue Nile's a brilliantly produced album. Jay Santiago, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. The first octave tone guitar swell starts. What are you talking about, octave tone guitar? There's a guitar that's overdubbed, which is just hitting a whammy bar. Just going, well. So I don't know what Jake uses the same tone. I'm not talking about a tone. I'm talking about the whole song is cut. You can hear the cut. This is why I hate bringing up shit. I just hate explaining stuff, like when someone goes on Wikipedia and then reads what they wrote that they're hearing. Shane says that Dave's World of Fun Stuff is only worth watching when he's working on a guitar. I've only watched that guy once, but he talks so he's so downbeat.
Yeah, he's upset and he's mad at the guitars.
But he's downbeat. He's always like,
the
way he talks, it's like it's very like he's always in a whisper or like this kind of a talk. And I'm like, he's almost like the movie It Was a Time When Guitars Were. And I'm just like, yeah, I can't listen to this. I can't watch this. I'm sure he's a good guy. I don't watch the guitar shit for me. I got to admit to everybody, I'm bored with it. I just want to play songs. When I play my guitar, I want to play songs. I want to work on shit. Yeah, Jay, I'm just saying, I'm not talking. You're talking about stuff that's like, I'm telling you, there's a guitar that's overdubbed. When that overdub is there, it's there to cut up what I consider to be a cut that they don't want you to hear.
No, I want to listen to it.
That when he goes back at the that's cut in. That's all I'm saying. Soul Cages is a great produced album. I agree. Martin Birch was awesome. I really like what he did on the Peace of Mind and Power Slave, but I also like Heaven and Hell's a great record.
So I'm going to change the strings on my 5-string bass. You may have seen the story on my Instagram. Right? And then
yeah, Andy, for sure.
the low B string misses the nut by that much. And I realized, I'm like, what the hell's going on with this? So it turns out the strings I had bought were for 34-inch scale, and my bass is a 35-inch scale. Never knew that. Someone points out to me, says, hey, you can string that through the top. You don't have to go through the body. I didn't even know I had a bridge that did that. I'm like, holy shit. So I'm actually doing this during my first break one day last week. It still misses by a fraction.
Oh.
So I had ordered a set last Monday.
What brand is this?
This was the original brand that was on the base. I don't know.
No.
But
What brand are you putting on?
It was Ernie Ball Slinkies.
Okay. And they have like either long scale or super long scale.
Just sell the fucking long ones and you'll cut them if you need them. What the hell?
No, but that's what it is, right? There's long scale, super long
Yeah,
scale,
I didn't know
right?
that. Yeah, I guess I didn't know, So I ordered a set last Monday. They're finally shipping them out today.
Wait, you have a 5-string bass, so that's a 35-inch scale.
I didn't know that 5 strings were 35-inch scale. I thought, what am I? I'm not a bass player. I'm a guitar player that owns a bass.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a country doctor.
Well, Fender's
Wow.
Star
that's a
Trek
good one.
reference.
That's
yeah,
a good
from
one
me.
too, Hugh. You're right
That was
about
actually
that.
amusing. Yeah, it was good.
Disintegration's definitely up there, Hugh.
How much for a set of 5-string strings?
Oh, it was. Let me see. I go right
20.
to my email. Tell you what I paid.
Second mortgage material?
Right?
I don't even have any
Unbelievable.
right now.
Oh, what's this? It's red. I'll take it.
Why, you
They
looking
were-
for a 5?
They were like
No, it's
35
fucking red.
bucks. I got 10% off, so 31.41 for the set of 5 strings.
Wow,
Oh,
they
that's
are
not bad.
expensive.
I thought it'd be
That's
double that.
pricey.
Yeah,
32
shit.
bucks?
Here I am thinking that they were $20.
No, but $32 isn't that bad.
I haven't bought a set of bass strings in 100 years, but
Yeah,
that's expensive.
This
that's
is
the
the
thing.
first time I went to change. I got this bass. This was my birthday present to myself when I turned 50. In another 2 months, I turned 55. It's the first time I went to change the strings.
Wow.
Getting your money's worth. Is the bass right there, Joe?
No, it's actually in the other room. The bass I have right here. Is,
Wait, actually,
this was a gift a friend gave me.
Oh.
hold on, Joe. I believe I have a clip of you with some strings. Let's take a look at that, Joe.
Brand new Ernie Ball strings on there too. I was just out there in the. God love us all.
Oh, no.
And
I
we
saw
could
that
also see
last week.
how he's leaner. Oh, because I said I missed you when I had played that?
No, well, during one of my breaks, my first break last Tuesday, I put on the show, and that came on right before my break ended. I started laughing my ass off. I meant to tell you something, but it's been fucking busy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Very Gleason-esque. I love it.
It's classic.
Hey,
It
Joe the
is.
bartender.
Already.
Wasn't that a character they did?
One
Was
more
it Joe
time
the
now that there's a
bartender?
lot of people in the chat. I started a
Oh.
second channel. It's called Dave's Cigar Channel, and I'm only going to do my cigar stuff over there. I'm just going to leave this channel for the guitar and music stuff. So if you want, I'll hold on. Let me see. I think I still have it here. Yeah, this is the link for it if you guys want to sub it. But I'll be putting I'll be doing my cigar lives and more of my lives. What's new in the humidor is, God, I got 35 cigars coming to my house this week. I have no idea where I'm going to fit them in my humidor. I have 20 El Rey del Mundo Flor de Linazes. I have 10 Obsidian Red Rums. And I have 5 whiskey aged from Diesel, the Gordos. Oh, thanks, Greg. Yeah, so it'll be good because I'd like to keep them separate because I think like maybe people watching the guitar shit are like, people watch my lessons and they're like, wait, what is this jackass doing now? He's smoking a cigar and telling me about fucking chord theory. Although I am going to do a chord theory, chord therapy. I don't know what you want to call it, but really I wanted to go more into the importance of the circle of fifths and why it makes everything happen. You have to know it. And so I'm going to, I'm separating everything. So no more cigar stuff on this channel. It'll all be on the Dave's Cigar channel, which is twice the work, which means I had to make a new logo, but I got to make new fonts and do all kinds of shit. And it's just.
Are you migrating your cigar videos?
Yeah, I'll move them over at some point.
That's what I was going to say. You might be able to move all that stuff over there.
Yeah, I don't know how, but I'll see if I can. Otherwise, I have to download it and then re-up it. But I don't know. It could start fresh. I mean, we'll see. Because I'm going to do. I was watching this one guy's videos, and I like his videos, but I just feel like I could do something more my style, which is like I don't want to sit there and tell people, hey, this and cocoa and all that. It's like it's rather say this is a good, I 4 points of the cigar, the burn, if I like the flavor of the cigar, the construction, the draw, and then judge it on that, and then basically talk about that. Like if a cigar has a bad draw or burn issues, I mean, you smoke cigars for the enjoyment. So if you're not enjoying it, that's not good. You're wasting money. You're wasting time. And I'm just going to say this to people. I smoke in the fall and the winter. If you smoke a cigar and you lit one up and you think it tastes like shit or you just don't like it, throw it the fuck out. Light up a different one. But because you're supposed to, it's for enjoyment and relaxation. It's not for the point of do a lesson on have a cigar. Come on here, dear boy, have a cigar.
You're gonna go far.
Well, I tell you that cigar punch saved some cigars.
That's the one
has,
Pink Floyd song that nobody in the band sang.
Yeah, Roy Harper sang it.
Yeah, Roy Harper.
Yeah.
You're branching out. How long before the roast beef channel? I'm at a roast beef. Come with me. Like a fucking dash cam.
So I have in my refrigerator right now, I have Brent's corned beef from Brent's Delicatessen in Los Angeles.
The corned beef chip. What?
I've been enjoying.
Flown in?
Flown in. What happened was it was the Jewish New Year was yesterday. And so before the New Year, my sister she finished her chemo. She's getting her taste back. And so she's like, I'd like to order some corned beef, some chopped liver. I said, order it up. I'll go halves with you and we'll do it. So we did it. We got it from my mom. And John Taylor, you can smoke blunts. This is how you smoke a blunt. This is how you smoke. So the
Saved by chemo.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So anyway, she has like a surgery that she has to do in next month or this month. Well, no, in 2 weeks. And then she'll be done with it, which will be good. So that was the whole situation there. And so I've been eating corned beef, which is excellent. However, tomorrow night is Tuesday. And Tuesday nights I go down to the Cigar Lounge, the White Ash. And because I teach guitar early on that side of town, that I go to Miller's Roast Beef.
Yep.
And Miller's is good. That French dip sandwich. Oh,
I haven't had that in a while.
No, it's so good. I do it every Tuesday now. It's like my Tuesday treat. So, it's excellent. It's excellent. And
now, Dave,
I probably could.
Dave, have you even looked for a roast beef place around here that you think is as good as Miller's?
Well, I know there isn't one around here. I mean, I've been to Giorgio's. I don't think Giorgio's is that good.
Oh, I don't know, man. I think Giorgio's is very, very good. But granted, I only go there every 3 or 4 months. I don't go there.
Yeah, I would say Giorgio's is a 5 compared to Miller's. Miller's, it melts in your mouth.
I know.
It's
I've been to
just-
Miller's, but it didn't. Have you been to Brothers in Weymouth? That's pretty.
Oh,
Good. You don't like it?
no.
All right. Giorgio's, yes, and I'll go to Brothers, but Brothers has better hours. That's why I go there.
Yeah, Andy, I agree. Waltz isn't really that good. Their French fries are good. No.
How much money you drop when you go there? To Miller's?
Johnny. At Miller's,
Yeah.
$14, including the tip.
So it's just like everybody else, you know.
Well, that's
Yeah,
with
but
extra meat too.
Well, you got a drink or
No,
a
I'm
bottle
not getting
of water.
extra meat.
Oh,
I get no water.
So it's
No
just
nightshades.
$14 for the sandwich.
For the sandwich, yeah, it's a French dip sandwich with the au jus
Oh,
on the
so the
ciabatta.
was an extra $2 or whatever.
Well, it just comes with the sandwich. The sandwich is $11.99.
All right.
But I love Guga Foods, Hugh. He's my favorite. I love Guga. Him and his brother and his cousin. The thing about eating is, so I don't drink anything when I eat.
Yeah.
I wait till after I eat, up to about a half hour.
Why that strategy?
Because when you eat and as you get older, your stomach acids diminish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people think you get heartburn because you're having too much stomach acid. It's actually because you have not enough. And that's why you get more heartburn as you get older. The problem is you want that to get all the nutrients and everything out of the food. It's best not to drink until after you've eaten.
Right. It'll dilute it.
It dilutes it, makes it harder, and then your stomach will hurt and anything else. And
anyways,
it's funny because I get people telling me all the time. I had a woman start an argument with me at this place in Watertown. So Friday night,
right?
Well, she wanted to go to bed with me, and I said, "Listen, okay." No, what happened was no. She was very sweet, but she was funny. She was like, so I taught Angelina. Angelina's off to college, so I teach her now at her dad's house, which is near the school she goes to up in Newton. I get out of her lesson, and I'm like, I'm fucking hungry, and I think there's a cigar lounge pretty close here. I'd like to avoid traffic at all costs and smoke a cigar. So what happens? I go on my phone. The place is 10 minutes up the street. I go. As I'm ready to park, I see there's a place that has gyros. It's an Armenian restaurant. I go in. I tell her I want the gyro dinner. I don't want any fries. All I want is lettuce, gyro, and give me tzatziki. She's like, well, we're Armenian. We don't have tzatziki. We have tahini sauce. I'm like, whatever. Just give me it. And so I ordered it. She's like, what about tomatoes? I said, I can't eat tomatoes. It's nightshade. In my country, we sit at the dinner table with a full cooked tomato. And she's going into this whole thing about her country growing up, eating tomatoes. I said, why do I care? She goes, she says to me, they're just so good. How can you not eat a tomato? I said, I don't want it. It's nightshade. What the hell are you talking? It was fucking priceless. Anyways, I was saved by the bell being her phone. The phone rings. She's got an order. The guy's obviously being difficult like I was. And she's yelling at him on the phone while I'm trying to shovel my food as fast as I can to beat her off the call, which I did. Thank you.
What do you mean by nightshade?
So nightshade is tomatoes, potatoes, peppers, and eggplant. And they actually have a lot of antioxidants in them. The problem is for a lot of people, it causes inflammation in your body. Right. And inflammation is the cause of like heart disease and all kinds of stuff and pain, which is why Tom Brady won't eat nightshade when he's playing in season, because if he gets injured, you're fast to recover without the inflammation. Now, I don't know if any of this is true, if it works or it doesn't work. All I know is when I stopped eating nightshade, I have no creaks in my body anymore. When I get out of bed, I feel like I'm 15 years old. I don't get out of bed like holding my back anymore. I am like, I'm good. And so whatever it is, it's working for me. And so I'm not going back. And then I read an article about it, and it says not everybody is affected by nightshade. I mean, if you're not affected by it, you're better off eating it for the antioxidants. But if you have pains in your body, whether it be anywhere in your body, that's caused from inflammation and nightshade, and most people eat nightshade, and that's not helping.
Right.
Also, if people have stomach problems, if you get upset stomach or you have a lot of problems with your stomach, getting off nightshade is one of the answers to that as well. Yeah, I don't know, Andy. It was funny because she was like, how can you not eat a tomato?
I
Yeah.
love eggplant.
Well, and the other thing,
Thank
Dave,
you,
is
Speed for Hire, for saying
And,
that I was correct again, implying that I was correct a previous time.
Gundry
Go ahead.
and the leaky gut.
Yes.
And he maintains the eggplant and the tomato, cause microscopic fissures and give you, literally it's one cell thickness, the membrane between your blood and your digestive system. So if that gets compromised, that's where leaky gut comes from. You get
Right.
the brain fog, the fatigue, the aches and pains.
Yeah, I'm just saying this to anybody. I don't know anyone's lifestyle. I don't know what you guys do. But I'm not you guys, because clearly, Jerry, I know you. But the people here in the chat, what I'm saying is, I don't know if you get up in the middle of the night and you go into the bathroom holding your back like you're 90 years old. I don't do any of that. I jump out, like when I get out of bed now, I jump out of bed, and like I said, I feel like I'm 15 years old.
Yeah, but like you're saying, you have felt like that.
Oh, I was terrible.
In your 50s.
Last year, before I started this whole mental diet thing, I was walking upstairs. My ankles were creaky. Every part of my body hurt. And I walked upstairs and I'm winded and I'm like, oh my God, this is like my chest. Sardines are excellent for you, Greg. Excellent. I wouldn't eat them because I don't like them, but they are really good for you. But,
it's one of those.
But I got off all that shit. And like I said, I feel like $1 million. What can I say?
I concur.
Yeah.
Just lightening up the chassis helps.
Yeah.
And then infusing a few things and eliminating some things.
A couple of tweaks to it. Like, it doesn't change what I eat. People are like, oh, you gotta don't you miss eating cupcakes? Don't you? Yeah, you know what? I don't miss the feeling after I eat that cupcake.
Right.
I'm not ready for I don't want that again. Yeah. So you just weigh shit out. It's like, yeah, I'm telling you, Hugh, if you ever need any help with it, Hugh, just message me on Facebook. We can talk on the phone. We can talk via however. I'll walk you through it. I'm telling you, in the course of my last year, and just take a look at Joe. Joe's changed his life. And the first thing you got to do, and I'll tell you, what?
Take a look at me.
Yeah, Jerry, but I'm just saying, because Joe was like 1,000 pounds. Joe couldn't get into a 5X. Now he's wearing what, 3X, 2X? What are you wearing, Joe? 3X?
I think I'm down to 4X. But they're feeling really big.
Yeah.
I'm heading towards the 3.
Just look at his face and his arms, though, since the last time I saw him.
But the two things you got to take care of. Now, Speed for Hire was saying, oh, that's awesome, Speed. Yeah. I mean, Emily kicks ass when it comes to training people and all that stuff. But the thing is, you got to take care of two things. Number one is take care of your heart. And more importantly, your liver. Your liver controls everything. When you put on weight, you're not putting on weight because you're taking in too many calories. You're putting on weight because your liver's fatty. And when your liver's fatty, you get fat. Mm-hmm. You ever see people who eat 1 million calories and they never get fat? They have a healthy liver. Hey, Sheikh Z, how you doing? Shana Tova, my friend. Whether you're Jewish or not, you're in Israel, so I'm assuming you are. But Happy New Year. Lishana Tova. I lost 30 pounds just cutting out soda. Yeah. Well, because soda's just pure sugar.
Oh, that's
just pure sugar. But
sugar and water.
Sugar.
That was my
D'Onofrio
contribution to the conversation. Sugar is the big lie.
No, sugar's terrible for you.
It's fucking awful, man. As soon as you get away from it, that's when magic starts.
Thank you, Sheikh Z. So
You really start to feel better.
yeah, I mean, sugar's terrible for you. It's also, again, it affects your liver. It
One of
fucks
my
your liver up.
favorite movie quotes is from Men in Black, where he says to him, "You know what the most destructive force in the universe is?" And Will Smith answers right back, "Sugar." And he's not lying.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I agree. It's true.
Candy. Focus on candy. That's my favorite Cartman. No, but it's true. I just tell you, get off sugar and make sure your liver is good. And your liver is good, you're good.
Well,
And
in the lemon water, Dave, right? With the
lemon water heals. That's basically for your liver.
Let me ask you a quick. But I know all this talk, the diet talk, the good food talk. But did you ever take a jelly donut and you take out the filling?
Get the honey, Junior. Junior, get the honey.
Yeah, we haven't done that in a while.
Hey, you're gonna get Mathau. You remember him with the jelly donuts? I forget what movie it was. He goes, "Oh, if you
Was
look
it
at
Odd Couple?
jelly donuts with no jelly, they're
No, but it's true. Like I'm saying, if you just stay away from sugar, and it's, I mean, like I said, and this is really out for Hugh. You quit your drinking, you quit your smoking. Now it's time to heal the body, and to heal it, you gotta get in there, and you gotta start drinking lemon water. Lemon water will start healing the liver. You got to take care of the liver. When the liver's taken care of, you'll see you'll drop weight. Your body will feel better. And again, I would, depending on what conditioning you guys are in, I would suggest hitting a gym, doing cardio, getting off of nightshade. There's a guy I watch, Dr. Berg. I brought him up many times now. Jerry likes to bring up Dr. Gundry. My problem with Gundry, and as we spoke before, I love Gundry. He's a brilliant guy. He's just always trying to sell you something.
Exactly.
Where I feel like
it's just overpriced.
Where I feel like Dr. Berg is just like straight to the point. This is what you need to do. So I used to, when I started my diet, you got it, Hugh. When I started my diet, I was doing romaine lettuce. I was buying Parmesan cheese and Caesar dressing, and I was having a Caesar salad with almost every meal, and I was losing weight. As I started watching more and more stuff, I got rid of the Parmesan cheese because unless I'm cutting it myself, it's filled with filler.
Yep.
I started buying cotija cheese, which is a Mexican cheese, which I just put on the romaine lettuce like a little salt, and then I douse it with fucking olive oil. First cold pressed organic olive oil. And it's fucking delicious. And I always pour way too much on, and then I drink the olive oil out of the bowl. That is the way to do it. And no, it's true, because
drink it out of the bottle.
You can drink it right out of the, but I'm drinking it just
because every day, man.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah, I just picked that up the other day.
And the way you feel, it will be so much better. And it tastes. When you get the right olive oil, when you realize that there's olive oil out there that's not really good olive oil, and then you find this really great olive oil that's sometimes cheaper, you're looking for cold pressed, you're looking for one country of origin, and you're looking for organic. Find those three things on a bottle and you'll love it.
Well, give us a name. What's the brand name?
What's the brand that I bought, Krelba?
Hang on. I'll tell you in just a second.
Krelba, how many days have you had olive oil?
How many days have I had olive oil?
Yeah. Have you had it? Have you consumed it?
I don't consume it that much. I use it in my salad dressings.
Good one, Snowball.
I've been using coconut oil.
Well, when I started taking olive oil a couple of years ago.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. Hugh just brought something up. He said the word takeaway. Hugh, do you watch Rate My Takeaway? I fucking love that guy. I don't know if anyone's watching Rate My Takeaway, but look up this guy's YouTube channel. He's a heavy guy from either Scotland or Ireland. I can't make out a word he's saying, but he's fucking great. He brings his own folding table to every restaurant he goes and sits outside the restaurant at his own table. And then he talks to his cameraman and always says, "Hey, cameraman, you getting this?" He just calls the guy cameraman. Fucking great. I love this guy. It's called Rate My Takeaway. You guys got to look this channel up. That's all. I basically, that's what I was saying when you said Zim had a video up yesterday. I'm like, I think I watched 5 fucking Rate My Takeaway videos. Here we go.
Andy Mallon.
Vitalia, organic extra olive oil.
Yeah.
That's it. Now, what'd you pay for that bottle? $6.99.
Fantastic.
Northern England. Oh, okay. So he's a Geordie. How much lemon juice to water? I mean, it's up to your taste. You got to do it to your taste, Cheech. There is no set.
He's actually bringing his own fucking table. He's at a fucking game with his own folding table.
Oh, he's fucking hilarious. He goes to a bunch of places in Santa Monica. I love this guy. He's oh yeah, and it says, what does it say on the Parliament? What does it say on the table? He always wears the same shirt.
Yeah, it says Parliament.
Yeah. Yeah, he's great. That makes sense that he's a Geordie because I can't understand a fucking word he says. You know who's also a Geordie is Brian Johnson from AC/DC. Yep. You ever hear him talk? Instead of saying something's great, he goes, I champion. I champion. It's like, what the balls country are you from?
Wasn't that the name of the band?
Yeah,
Geordie?
that's the name.
Well, that was his band. Yeah, Geordie is a slang term for Northern England.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
But did you say Northern England or Northern Ireland? Let me see what he said. No, Northern England. Yeah, Northern England is the Geordies. I put the link
up above.
Hey, my take on the lemon juice, lemon water, is I do 2 ounces of the juice, and then I drink water like I chase it down with water. But I consume 2 ounces on the daily.
Yeah, but keep in mind that can be
a Yorkshireman.
Some people's. Not everyone can do that.
Well, I'm just saying that's what I do. But I consume all of this stuff right out of the container.
Well, Brian Johnson, and he's a Geordie. He was saying this guy's from Yorkshire, which is I didn't realize their accent was that brutal too. But the Geordies are like they have their own aganyem. I'm ganyem. It's like what?
You ever do the apple cider vinegar?
Yeah, I do.
With
all
the
three.
mother. Yeah.
All 3.
You can make if you do lemon, apple cider vinegar, and cinnamon and some sweetener. It's almost like apple pie. You're drinking an apple pie.
Yeah, that's exactly what it tastes like. If you're fucking high on fucking drugs. Yeah. There's no way apple cider vinegar involved in anything is tasting like apple pie. That stuff is battery acid.
It is, but it's good for you, man. It really
Oh, I know. I have a bottle. And so 2 days ago, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start doing apple cider vinegar. I opened it up, I smelled it, and I said, next week.
There's
no fucking way I'm eating that stuff. It smelled like battery acid. I'm like, listen, if my acid in my battery in my car dies, this shit's going in next.
Yeah. Get it with the honey. It makes it
that much more honey.
Pardon me?
Yeah. Get the honey, Junior.
Get the honey. It makes it so much better.
Oh, you think? You think pure sugar is helping it at all?
Yeah. In that one instance, yes, you can have it.
Of course it is. Well, honey's not sugar. Honey's
honey's
good for you.
Oh, it's fucking awful. Oh,
honey's good for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that stuff. Apple cider vinegar to me is battery acid.
You ever eat the honeycomb?
But
the cereal.
No, the honeycomb.
If it came with a good prize, I would get the cereal.
The honeycomb is delicious when you get it with the honey from a beehive, whatever. It is
a honeycomb.
When I was a kid, when you guys went shopping with your parents when you were kids, were you ever looking at the cereal boxes going, okay, what prize does that come with? No.
Yeah.
All right, that one's good. All right, I'll get the box of Freakies.
Yeah.
Tastes like cardboard with sugar.
Yes, Fairchild's is the best because they don't mix any water in it. It's just pure. So speaking of guys watching Dr. Berg clearly.
Yeah, he sells vitamins.
Charlie S. Yeah, but not on his channel. Charlie S. I do lemon juice from the bottle of lemon juice that I get like right near the fish market at Market Basket because Number one, I'm not dealing with lemons. I'm drinking so much of it. And also, the only difference is the lemon juice you get out of a bottle will not have any vitamin C, but I take 6 fucking grams of vitamin C a day. There's no, I mean, what do I care about the 58 fucking milligrams that I'm going to get from a fresh lemon? I don't.
I ended up getting the Kirkland chewables for vitamin C.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm doing 6. Yeah, good luck getting 6 grams a day out of that.
Yeah, well, I just supplement with like 500 milligrams.
Good one, Brian.
3 or 4
Gonna put it in the
times
want ads.
during the day.
It's a good one. It's a great old song.
Readily absorbable when you chew on it because it gets under your tongue. It absorbs that way. And
Yeah, but how many milligrams is one chewy?
500.
All right, so you got to eat 12.
Yeah, well, if you're mega dosing.
I'm not mega dosing.
6 grams?
Yeah. You know how you know if you're mega dosing? When you go to take a piss and the thing looks like it's solid yellow, like the brightest yellow stream, then you're pissing out vitamin C. If it's not, then your body's absorbing it.
It's the same thing with B12 too.
Yeah, well, if you go to that, what's the old vitamin guru's name? Remember the vitamin guru with the big beard? He used to talk about everyone's vitamin C deficient and used to say you should start with 6 grams a day and then go up and down according to if your body's absorbing it. I never see, I'm definitely absorbing it all. Yeah, exactly. You're going to look like you're pissing out Gatorade or Mountain Dew if you're not absorbing it.
Isn't that bad for the kidneys, though?
What's that, vitamin C?
Too much of it.
No.
They say it can cause stones in some people, but
well, what causes stones? What was the
calcium. Basically, I think.
No, but the lemon water breaks that up. Lemon water clears out your kidneys.
Yeah, for a sec.
What was the old Rodney joke? Kids are having sex so young these days, they got birth control pills shaped like Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, Flintstone chewables.
Speaking of Thornton Mellon, he used to be a Maloney. Did you guys see Giorgia Maloney just won the prime minister of Italy?
No.
All right. All right, you're eating chewable C's. Start eating them like Pez. So yeah. Anyways, my point is, you can just use the lemon juice, bottled lemon juice, and add it. It just makes it easier, especially if you're doing it as a lifestyle. Like, it's all I drink when I'm home, and when I go to the gym, that's all I'm drinking. It was so funny because a friend of mine in the gym was like, "What the fuck are you drinking?" I'm like, "It's lemon." So I let her smell it. And she's like, "That's pure lemon. What the hell?" It's like, "Is that all lemon juice?" I'm like, "No, it's mixed with water."
That's it. That's it.
What's that?
He's got the bottle, the green bottle.
That's it. The real lemon. Exactly. You make your own lemonade. That's exactly all you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you.
I get it down
sugar,
to
it's all
right
zero.
over here. I put in my Truvia, about 3 or 4, and
Hey,
ice cold
excellent.
water. And that's
There you
it.
go.
I love it. It's the most delicious shit.
Yeah. It's the best. And you never feel bloated.
Right.
It's great. And folks, I'm sorry if today's show we seem to be talking a lot about weight and fitness, but that's just the way the ball bounces. You guys are all in terrible shape.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I know Hugh said he wants to, and I'll get Hugh in shape. Look, if I can turn my body around in a year's time, anybody can. Is that true? No.
I've been working on it for 50 fucking years. Don't give up.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know? Never give up.
If
Right.
I can do it, anybody can do it.
Speak for
Krell
you know,
Bar-
this is just my bedroom.
Krellbar has changed his workouts to my workouts. Well, not my workouts, but based on my principles. And how is it working for you, Krell?
I'm getting stronger quicker. And I don't
Yeah.
know if you notice my shoulders and stuff like that. I mean, it's squaring out.
Yeah. You notice it, though.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting stronger a lot faster than I was before with
Yeah.
my other workout.
and your body changes. And the whole point of working out is to change your body. I see these guys in the gym every day, and it's like they're doing 90 sets for back. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You guys look the same as you did last year. You look like you have zero mass. And, you know, and meanwhile, people coming up to me saying, what are you on steroids? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, no. I mean, yeah. Thank you. Folks, you don't get this kind of humor everywhere. How many glasses a day? I do bottles of like I do smart water bottles, and I'm refilling it about 3 times a day. Yeah. So 3 smart water bottles, the big ones, is what I'm doing.
Yeah, because what I ended up doing with the workouts that you gave me is that one body part a day, 5 days a week, and do some sets of exercises. And I always felt guilty doing that little because, like you said, it's a 20, 25-minute workout, and then you're done. And
people have a hard time with that.
Yeah. I definitely would have last year. It's like
people have a hard time with it, and it gets in their head because when I told you, you're like, if I think after your first workout, you messaged me, you're like, I feel like I'm not doing anything, and I'm like, good. Tell me how you feel tomorrow, and then you were like, you were sore.
Oh yeah, and I normally don't get sore from working out. Even when I started the last thing, I didn't get sore, but I was sore from this one.
Yeah. Because people don't realize that they overtrain, and the whole trick is to go in and cause your body to change. You know, you can cause it to change, and the way to make it change is to do things to it that normally won't happen. And if you can lift a weight 10 to 20 times in your hands, your body already can do that. So you're really not making any change to that. But if it starts doing things where it can only lift 3 times, your body goes, what the balls? I have got to make some changes here. And it does. So it's heavy. Well, Hannah, heavyweight is relative. It's what's heavy to you. So what I do is I do 2 weeks heavy, 1 week light. My 1 week light is I'm doing 20 to 30 reps of a weight that I can do 20 to 30 reps, but I'm dying at 30, dying. On heavy days, I do a 5 rep warm up, 5 reps at a heavier weight, and then I go heavy as hell where I can barely get 3. And that's the goal. And then I'm done with that exercise. I do 1 more exercise for that body part, same deal. And then I'm doing cardio. If I'm not talking in the gym, if I'm talking to somebody, it'll take me 25 minutes to get through it. If I'm not, it'll take me 15. Because I can bullshit with the best of them. You know what I mean? Like this guy, Todd, always comes up and starts talking to me, and I'll be like, yeah, we'll start talking about things going on. And next thing you know, I'm like, shit, I just wasted 5 minutes. Let me get back. So, but I mean, for the most part, that's the whole, do your max 3 sets of 10, get out. No, I don't do sets of 10. Too light.
Yeah,
if you could do 10, if you could do sets of 10, it's too light.
Yeah, well, what I'm doing with your thing is that I do 10, 8, then 4.
Right, you do which is the old pyramid way.
Yeah, increase the weight.
Right, and the reason why I changed out of that was I just felt like I could go up in weight faster if I warmed up less. Yes, exactly, Speed. You can't change somebody's genetics, but you can be the best you can be. You know, some people, their genetics are not great for working out, but some guys you see it's the same in bodybuilding. Back in the day, I saw Ronnie Coleman lose to Flex Wheeler in the Arnold Classic, and I want to say the year was probably 96 or 7. And Ronnie basically said he has to come back and weigh so much heavier than Flex to beat him because Flex has the best genetics. He just looks amazing on stage. There's no way that Ronnie could beat him. If Ronnie's the same size as him, there's no way he can beat him because Flex was just at a better genetic shape. Ronnie comes back the next year 50 pounds heavy and destroys everybody. But the point is, you got to be the best you that you can be. And to say that, your genetics can't change is somewhat defeatist, because it's throwing away. It's being like saying, well, I don't have great genetics, so I'm just going to be happy to be a schlub. And I'm saying, no, you can be the best you that you can be. Make the effort.
Just optimizing, basically what you have.
Speed for Hire says, Dane, what happened to the Fender heavy metal Strat? What did the buyer decide?
I fixed it up, and he came and picked it up, and sure enough, it's an 88 or 89 8-jump Strat, and so he was real happy with my repairs, and out the door it went. I'll probably never see it again.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And somebody now has a guitar that they enjoy and love.
Yeah.
You ever work on a lot of Steinberger basses?
No. Don't see those.
Because I'm thinking about getting a 5-string. I want to know if they're any good.
Oh, yeah, Andy. Ronnie was a good dude, too. I liked Ronnie a lot. So I used to work at this place in 96. I worked at this bodybuilder cafe, and Ronnie would come in all the time. And then I knew him a lot from when he worked out at Gold's. Even though he lived in Texas, he would come and train at Gold's. Ronnie can't even walk anymore, but I seen Ronnie back in the day where the leg press had every fucking possible giant weight on it. And then his wife and his daughter would sit on the top. And this guy was moving that weight.
What was his name? I want to look him up.
Ronnie Coleman. He could barely walk now. I mean, he's got to go through one more surgery so he can get his walk back. But he's like,
because his back was like shattered.
His back, because these guys, when they do all these squats and everything else, they crush their spine. And I always tell people, like, for me in the gym at 54 years old, you think I'm fucking squatting? You're out of your fucking mind. I'm trying to be injury free, so I'm doing everything isolation, extensions, leg curls, calves. But there's no need for me to sit there and squat. I'll do like the leg thing where you push your ass to get, so you can get your ass. But
how about a goblet squat?
Goblet squats. What are you, Chuck?
What?
You didn't hear Chuck last week? Oh, what's a great squat's the goblet squat.
There you go. That's what I got to say about.
Well, it's supposed to be a lot healthier
messed up where you can't walk.
No. That's what he's got to say about you with the squats. Did you see that?
Yeah, shut up and squat. Yeah.
Shut up and squat.
How about this? He was a Texas Ranger. Imagine getting pulled over by that dude.
Right.
I did
Ronnie was a
record
monster.
the whole restring of that HM Strat. We just haven't done the editing yet. So in a week or so, we'll probably have the video up on that one.
Oh, excellent.
Might be 2 weeks. I did record there. I sat there and I let the camera roll.
Yeah, Speed, I'm telling you, there's ways to get around it. Like, people don't realize, my legs are actually getting bigger. And I'm training, I'm just trying to train it in as many ways as I can without putting my back or spine at risk. And it's working. And you can do things like that. And another exercise I absolutely hate, any type of shoulder press. To me, it's the most injury fucking prone. How many people do this and they're like, can you guys even do this?
Yeah, well, the reason
my
is
arm's fucked up. No.
Well, what I do,
can you do that comfortably?
I do it like this, and then I twist it up like that. It's more natural.
But that's if you have dumbbells in your hand.
You're like that.
Dumbbells.
That's all I got to do.
Yeah, Ronnie's huge. So anyways, but if you go like this, to me, it's like the worst. I mean, and people are like, you need to do presses.
Yeah, your
Bullshit.
shoulder's
I
not.
hit all the heads. I do fronts. I do sides. I do rears. Forget it. There's no fucking way I'm doing this. This to me feels like an accident ready to happen.
Have any of you guys ever happened on? Have you got any of you guys ever like just walking around or whatever, and you found money?
Yeah.
You guys ever found like a little wad of money laying
Oh,
around?
hell yeah. Yeah.
I found 20.
I found $155 the other day.
I found 165. I beat you by 10. This was a long time ago.
No.
I kept walking. Here's a great story. I'm walking from the guitar shop back to my car, which is like a half a fucking mile away. And as I'm walking, I'm finding clumps of money. I found 165 and ran back to the guitar shop.
I was
I can
playing
tell you the time I went to
pinball.
this
I was
guitar
at-
shop and lost $165. I don't know
Yeah.
where it went, but I'll send you my address, Joe. You can send it.
I was at Tilt Studio upstairs playing pinball. Believe it or not, they've got like 35, 40 machines up there. They got the Iron Maiden machine, they got the Aerosmith machine,
Kiss.
you know, and I had a plate of French fries on a table behind me. So I'm playing pinball.
Yes, Cheech.
You know, I'd always keep looking back and seeing my fries are okay. And the place was pretty much empty. But then I saw these 4 Mexican kids walking right through there. And so I turned around, I saw them, and I looked at my French fries, and I kept playing. And then 2 or 3 minutes later, when my ball drained, I turned around and looked, and just right there on the ground was a big wad of money. So I know who dropped it. I saw
Wait, when
the
your
4
what drained?
kids that dropped
What
it.
did I hear?
know.
What was?
Did I hear that?
What did I hear?
correctly?
When your
His
ball
ball
drained?
drained?
What was that?
My ball drained. Playing pinball. Drains down the side or drains down the middle.
That's what they call that.
Wow.
I would never call it that, but that's hysterical
Yeah, I
that you
know,
call
for
it
obvious
that.
My ball
reasons.
drained. I drained it.
That's some out west.
Anyway, so when I
Wow,
drained
I'm
my
from Ohio,
lizard,
man. I'm
what?
from back
Oh, you
east.
know, like when you're playing pinball and
Yeah, drain your balls. Yeah, that's out
call
west.
my
more
ball
like San
drained.
Francisco.
the fuck says my ball drained?
It would have been worse if I would have said balls drained.
Yeah. Well, maybe you lost the testicles somewhere along the way. I don't know. You have one ball and your
No,
ball
fortunately, I
drained.
still have both my balls.
Interesting.
But yeah, it was kind of fun. And then I was there with my son, and I'm like, Brighton, look what I just found, bro. And I had it in my pocket, pulled it out, and he's like, and I said, I know exactly who dropped it. And he goes, okay, well, let's just hang out. And if they come back, then you give them their money back. And I said, okay, sure. And then we keep playing pinball. So 10 or 15 minutes later, I'm like, come on, man, let's go. So I didn't want to wait around.
To lose $165.
Yeah, and so then I gave my son 55 of it, and I kept the $100 bill. He's like, "What? What are you trying to hand off some of your bad karma to me? Is that what you're doing?" And he goes, "I'll take it, but I mean, you're just trying to hand me off bad karma."
There you go.
And right when I handed him that $55, pulling out of the parking lot, I hit a giant pothole in the parking lot. My truck, boom! I said, "Oh, damn it, karma's starting up already."
You ever get those unsolicited mails that comes with like a card says, "Oh, please participate in a survey, and out of our generosity, we're giving you $3," and there's like 3 crisp dollar bills in there. So it's like, keep the $3, fucking tear up the
I
survey.
never seen that.
Never seen that.
I've never seen that.
Actual
I'd
money
be-
in the
I'd
mail.
be-
Yeah,
I'd be
actual
outside
money sent through
stealing
the
mail
mail,
from
yeah.
the whole fucking
The census
neighborhood.
was doing it with $5.
Wow.
Wow, keep $5
Yeah.
and tear up the census.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they need to do is they say we give you $5 for every person in the house. Well, I got 50 people in here. Right, there's your fucking
Right.
census. Hand it over.
Right. That's like the line from Oh Brother Where Art Thou? There's 5 of us. Right. He was paying him X amount per man. And he's like, there's 5 of us. No.
Hey,
that's it.
Greg
I'm the only
McCurtain
one that
says
watches
that
it.
happened to him last week. He got one of those.
Greg McCurtain, what cigar did you smoke last? I will tell you right now, today I smoked a Camacho Scorpion Sungrown. Enjoyable. I mean, was very enjoyable. I smoked it down to the nub. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, we were discussing earlier. I had the Kintsugi yesterday.
It's a great cigar.
Yeah.
I watched one of your videos. You were smoking some. I don't know what the hell the cigar was called. And I'm sitting there going, why am I watching this guy smoke the whole fucking cigar? Because I don't know if it's gonna have a burn. And I'm like, well, I gotta sit around for the fucking burn now. I forget what it was. He said, but it was a great starter cigar. It was mild. You had me interested. I said, you had me hooked. I stayed to the end.
Fruit's okay if you're eating, an apple's good, but I don't live on fruit. But I do blueberries every morning with my oatmeal. What was it? Was it the wide? Was it La Perla Habana wide?
I think that's what it was.
Because when I lit it, I was
Someone
like,
had
"Ooh,
recommended
this thing
the
has
cigar to you, and you said you know the whole thing was mild. You kept saying it's not bad. It would be good for someone to start a cigar.
Oh,
You said
okay, that's not that.
maybe the end will have a burn. You got to the end and it was fine. And I'm in the living room on the Roku, me and Mikey watching you smoke a fucking cigar.
Yeah. Huh. East Coast roller, belligerent beaver. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I'm trying to think what it was because the wide is a very full, chocolatey tasting cigar. So it wasn't
I don't know,
that.
it was something you had never smoked before. Someone you had gone to a cigar place the day before, and someone
I know what it
recommended
was. It had to be that street taco.
The street taco. Because
Oh.
I'm looking up street taco on the tablet as I'm sitting out there playing games.
Right. It's who makes that? Rojas.
Yeah.
The Rojas street taco.
I'm like, is that really? I'm sitting there going, is that really the fucking name? And I'm looking it up.
I didn't care for that one.
I
didn't really
I don't
like
think
it.
it was as awful as you thought it was, but I didn't think it was great.
Well, I
either.
wasn't saying it was bad. I was just like, everyone talked about it like it was this amazing cigar. And here I was like, this is a flavorless cigar. It was like, it had nothing. And
Yeah,
in
that was
fact,
part
when
of
I
the
went-
2-cigar pack that we got with the taco down.
And so when I got the unfinished business the other day, I didn't finish the whole story. So after I went and the Armenian woman yelled at me about no tomato, there was a cigar bar I went to, and I ended up going to this place and had a couple of great cigars. I had the Encore by E.P. Carrillo, whatever his name is. That was a really nice cigar. And then I got the unfinished business, but I haven't smoked it yet. And I said to him, I don't know why people go nuts over the street taco. And he goes, it's my least favorite of that line. I said, mine too. I go, it's not even good. And people are like, it's amazing. He goes, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it either. You know, it's one of those things, it's very subjective because two people could smoke the same cigar. One guy loves it, and the other guy's like, nah, pass. So that's why, like, when I see these cigar reviews, to me, it's like, I want to know, is the flavor, are you okay with the flavor? Is there flavor? Number one. I don't care if you taste hay, chocolate. Are you enjoying the flavor? Two, how's the draw? Are you sucking the thing like you're trying to get a fucking golf ball through a hose? Or is it easy to draw the smoke out of it? What's the smoke like? Can I put the cigar down for 2 minutes and go back and the thing's still going? All right, that's good too. And then my other thing would be, that's just about it really. And how much smoke are we generating? Is it generating good smoke or am I barely getting any smoke out of it? And that would be what I'd want to know from a cigar. Not I'm tasting hay, I'm tasting cedar. I don't care what you think you're tasting because I'm not tasting any of that shit no matter. I'm tasting chocolate and I'm tasting, I mean, I say that other cigar is chocolatey only because it has like a flavor of like, it's really a dark tobacco flavor and almost has like a raw cocoa taste. That does, I wouldn't say it's chocolate. It's like not even cocoa. What's the raw form of cocoa? Cacao?
Cacao, yeah.
Right, that's the raw form. So anyway, so that's kind of what I'm going to do on my thing when I'm smoking them is basically I'm going to come up with 4 or 5 points. That way, if you want to go smoke it, you could go say, "Oh, I taste this and that," and it's good for you. I don't taste any of that shit. I just taste the cigar. But if you like the flavor, I liked it. But that street taco sucked. I didn't like it. And there's been yeah, I mean, it gets to the point where people are like really like, oh, and then the retro hail. Oh, every time you watch a guy review a cigar, he says, oh, in the retro hail, I get spice. Asshole, that's not spice. That's burning hot smoke going through your sinus cavity.
It reminds me of
Because that-
Napoleon
retro
Dynamite when he was tasting milk. And he goes, this cow was in a garlic patch. And then he would taste the milk. This cow. ate his
So
own
retro
shit.
hail is when you puff in a cigar and you blow the smoke out through your nose. So
No
you're basically
thanks.
bringing the smoke in through your sinus cavity.
I thought you weren't supposed to do that.
I don't.
not?
I've tried it once. I'm like it was like somebody burnt the inside of my brain. And then anytime you watch these people do it, they're like, "Oh, I get a lot of spice in the retro hail." Yeah, that's not spice. That's your fucking nose hairs singeing to dust.
Spicy.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that spice. That's called the heat. Oatmeal is very good for your Cheech. I don't know what you're hearing. Oatmeal is fiber, especially if you get the gluten-free where it's made in a non-wheat facility and you get organic. It is fiber and will bring down your body's cholesterol.
Yeah, and this isn't the oatmeal loaded with sugar either. This is just the raw.
Yeah,
oats.
not instant oatmeal. I'm talking about fresh oatmeal.
What
like you
about
make it.
what the steel cut, Dave?
Steel cut's good, or you could buy what's that guy's name? Bill's. What's his name? Bob's.
Bob's.
Mikey has oatmeal for breakfast every fucking day.
Yeah, so far it's been great.
He's Kryptonian, this fucking guy.
Actually, I got to get my blood work done so I can see what my cholesterol is. But
so Saturday, my band did go into the recording studio, and we got drum tracks down on 3 more songs.
Cool.
And so we had it all scheduled for Saturday morning, and at 10 o'clock in the morning. And my drummer, he went down there Friday night and he set up his drums. They mic'd it all up. They spent a couple of hours, dialing it in and all that kind of stuff. And then Saturday morning at 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, our guitar player's like, man, I can't make it. I'm sick.
Oh, no.
And so I got on the phone with the drummer and the singer. I play bass. I guys, don't freaking worry. Hand me a guitar. I can get us through this to just put the drum tracks down. And I got a couple pats on the back after I was done because, I helped write a lot of the guitar parts and I can't really shred through them at the tempo we're playing them. But we had a click track going and I did my best and it's a little sloppy, but we know the song's really good. And my drummer was able to dial it all down and get all 3 songs done. And
thanks,
so,
Hannah Bomb. You're right.
I got a couple pats on the back.
But you
Thanks,
know what?
man.
If your guitar player had taken 6 grams of vitamin C a day and drained his balls, he'd have been there.
Boom.
Blueberries and oatmeal. I know.
You
And
got it.
oatmeal.
Correct.
With a little bit of equal.
Yeah.
I do like my equal. But yeah, oatmeal's very good for you. And very good job. That's a good story.
Our recordings are turning. I'm 60 years old now, and I think this is the best recorded stuff that I've ever been a part of.
Oh, that's cool.
In all these times of making punk rock CDs and everything that I've done, these are turning out really good.
Very cool.
How long was the session on Saturday? How long did it take you to get through?
Well, we got the drum tracks done by about 2 or 3 o'clock, so about 5 hours.
Yeah.
And then and then we worked on a couple of the other ones as far as some editing stuff. And then I put my bass parts down on the new 3 songs. So the new 3 songs has drums and bass.
That's cool. That's productive.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the day, And then your guy gets better, and then he comes in and cuts the guitar tracks. And
Right.
who sings?
My lead singer, his name is Star Fields, and he's the construction manager for the TV show The Mayans.
Sid Field.
And he works in Hollywood. He's a Hollywood guy.
What's his
And
first
so
name?
he's got
Star?
connections.
Is that his real
is
name?
Star Fields.
Sid
Yeah.
Fields.
Yeah, he's from Hollywood. Yeah,
He
that's his
is,
real name.
and
Yeah.
he's been the construction manager on so many TV shows and so many movies and stuff.
Oh,
and
like the sets and the design and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, he builds the set. So Sons of Anarchy, when they had the motorcycle gang in a motel room and they're filming a scene in the motel room, he builds the motel room inside out in the parking lot. He builds that room. Or if they do a scene where they're in the girls' locker room, he builds a girls' locker room.
Wow.
So yeah, and he's got a 20, 30, 40 guys that work under him as far as helping him build stuff.
Holy
Greg
shit.
McCurtain. Half a cup of oatmeal every morning. That number will come down.
And he was telling me a story the other day. Now, back in the 80s, he went around, he wanted to own his own toy store when he was young in the 80s. So he went around to the bargain bins at, I don't know if Toys R Us was around in the 80s, but he'd go around to toy stores and he'd buy a little Star Wars figure, 2 for $1. He'd buy all that stuff and he'd just put them in boxes. And he had his own workshop here up in Scottsdale. And he finally, after like 35 years, he moved out of his workshop up there and he brought boxes and boxes and boxes of toys back to his house. Okay.
Yeah.
So him and his wife, he's got a new wife about 3 or 4 years ago. And she's like, yeah, let's sell some of your stuff on eBay. So far they've sold 2 boxes of their stuff on eBay.
Yeah.
And they've made $21,000
Oh my God.
on 2 boxes worth of these little Star Wars toys and whatever kind of stuff he dug up back in the 80s and the 90s, you know.
Incredible.
And yeah, he's made $21,000 on 2 boxes, and he has like 60 to 100 boxes of toys in his garage. It's left.
Ka-ching.
I know it. So he
Wow.
was going, I have an auction ending in a minute, and he showed me a little Star Wars toy in a little package, you know, a little tiny thing, and he's like, oh, our latest bid's $131 on this. So yeah, he's crushing it.
People love that stuff, the memorabilia,
Right.
you know. And Star
Yeah,
Wars.
just the toys of the youth.
If only we had the foresight to do something like that when I was young. I always wished I could have collected and saved some of the old cars that I had. I had a 73 Charger.
That's what
I
Aaron
had a
Spelling said when
77
they were
Trans
making
Am.
the show Charlie's Angels. He said, if we only had the John Forsythe to, I know we can get it.
Because I would have loved to have been able to
God.
hoard cars, hoard guitars,
Yes.
you know, hoard toys.
Yeah.
It would have been cool.
Well,
How close
he
is the
was-
hurricane to you, Joe?
I think the outer edges should be coming. It should be from what they're projecting, a category 2. No, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah,
John.
two's nothing to worry
Is that
about.
up in the New
When
England
I first
area?
got down here,
No,
in
Florida.
2004,
Oh,
3 of them came back.
Yes,
to
Charlie.
back. You know, I was telling a customer today, I leave it in God's hands. If God wants me, there ain't no running from it. You know, if He don't want me, we're going to be fine.
sometimes we'll get a hurricane down in Baja California area that's kind of heads north, but it never hits Phoenix in a hurricane. All it does is give us a little cloudy skies and maybe a half an inch of rain or something. So in Phoenix, we love hurricanes.
Well, I'm kind of dead center in the middle. So once it makes landfall, it weakens, you know, and then, but you always have the chance of tornadoes. But what are you going to do? Well, if you get in the basement, Florida ain't got basements. We're fucked. What am I going to do? Dig a basement? If God wants me, He's getting me. This may be famous last words. You may be doing a show remembering me next week. Who knows? But like, Dave, pull me out of the stream for a few. I'm going to take care. Look at Mikey. He's been out there for an hour and 40.
All right, go ahead.
I think it says when you don't have a basement is to go get in the bathroom and like hide in the bathtub or something.
In a room in the house. Yeah.
the bathtub.
Especially if it's a
Centrally
bathroom.
located
Yeah.
in the house. Yeah.
Johnny's asking me if bread's bad. How do I go to Miller's? I only eat that ciabatta bread once a week. I'm not living on that stuff. And actually, it's not bad because when I eat it, I need that carbs because then I'm going on a smoking marathon with the guys over at the White Ash, and you want some sugar in your system. Not necessarily sugar, but you want glucose in that blood that you can get from bread. But I inhale it too. You know?
Yeah, you eat fast.
Yeah, I inhale it. It's just yesterday was a hard day for me because I had the hungry horrors. I was eating every 5 minutes, but eating good. But still, I was like, I'm eating. You know,
Well, Sunday,
back square.
the feed, you know.
Yeah, I usually don't. I usually don't even do a cheat meal on Sundays, but I just felt that I needed.
You may have something to do with the change in season. You know.
Well, I took a shot of testosterone in the morning.
That makes you hungry.
I was fucking starving.
No, it's maybe it was
I did my
olive oil.
eggs. I did my eggs and oatmeal and my cup of coffee. A few hours later, I made myself a corned beef sandwich, and then I was just fucking hungry the whole day. I had to run to Walmart and bought some protein bars and smoked a few cigars, and then I went to karaoke to see a buddy of mine.
I love doing karaoke.
I didn't do it, but we go and watch.
Dane, what do you sing? What's your?
I like to sing "Wichita Lineman" by Glenn Campbell.
Okay.
Although
That's
I'm
a
not
good
very
number.
good at it.
Yeah.
But the old women in the crowd are just like, what? If you got any old 70-year-old women in the crowd,
Yeah, specialty.
they love that.
By the time I get to Phoenix.
Yeah. And then I like to do Come Back to Texas. The song's called Ohio by Bowling for Soup. Come back to Texas. It's one of those pop punk songs. Tons of fun.
Yeah.
Bowling for Soup.
That. Bowling for Soup. Wow.
Yeah.
What do you sing, Jerry? How come I've never seen you down there?
Well,
you know who wasn't there yesterday?
Oh God. No.
You know who? Yeah, you
I
do.
know. Thank God. Hopefully she was doing something worthwhile or
Yeah, wasn't there.
It's just if you don't.
But I went there to see Chris. I worked on Chris's guitar last week, and then Chris had a show Saturday night.
What was wrong with his guitar?
It's a Floyd Rose, and he hadn't done the strings on it in so long that he didn't know how to do the string change on it. So I said, well, I'll come up on Wednesday and do the string change for you. So I came up on Wednesday, and then Saturday he had his gig, but I had my gig. So Sunday I wanted to hear about his gig, so I went up there to talk to him, and he hosts the karaoke up there.
He's another weight loss guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he lost a lot of weight.
Surgical, but, still. Because people
he was
do
a big
that.
dude.
Yeah. So, it's good.
Out of here.
He's a good frontman with the bass. Because I did see you were there that night.
Yeah, I was there with you.
We saw, well, we can't call it a debut, but
that's the band that played last night, but I think he was playing guitar instead last night.
Reunion. Yeah, it looks like 3/4 of the people changed. Maybe the drummer's the same.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah,
I didn't go. I didn't go to the gig.
Oh, but yeah. I'm like, there's different people from a year ago. But it's rock and roll, man. These things happen. Yeah. But I was gonna say he's a very good front man, even though he's playing the bass. The last time I saw him, I'm sure he's the same way with the guitar. He's got a good presence with it. You know what I mean? So, and he's a great singer. Fucking monster vocals.
He's a great singer. Yeah, he's a good dude. I like Chris.
Yeah, all of that.
He's funny because he is a ball buster. 5 or 6 years.
Oh, see, I knew him like 100 years ago. So.
He's a ball buster, though. Some girl, she was in a wheelchair because she had these 2 like orthopedic boots on for like broke her foot. I don't know what the hell's going on. So she's like, Chris, just you pick the song. So he's like, she's gonna sing up on Cripple Creek. So she starts yelling at him, be nice, be nice. So he had her do these boots are made for walking. Meanwhile, she's in these 2 boots that you can't walk in. In this wheelchair. And she was laughing about that, though. But he's funny.
Yeah. I can see why you two get along.
Oh, yeah. He had somebody singing a song, and then afterwards he goes, I didn't know the song when you started singing it. And then apparently you don't either. Oh, he's brutal.
Yeah. And he likes to kiss.
He loves Kiss.
Yeah. All you fucking kids do.
Well, when I was a kid, I did, but like, not my thing. In fact, I played with him at a gig, and we ended up doing "Love Her All I Can," and I had to do that solo, and that was tough having to go relearn that solo. Just the memory part of it, because there's 2 solos in that song, but it's a fun song. But he's a real good dude.
Yeah, yeah. But
I like him.
Solid player and singer, the whole thing.
Yeah, I got to get him on the show sometime. It's funny because
not a bad idea. Yeah.
You know, I always say to him, the 100,000 Years is great. I call his karaoke the Island of Misfit Toys.
They all are.
To say there's a few handicapped people that are there is to be nice.
Oh, okay. Be nice. Be nice.
Well, guys, I got to back out. I am dying right now. I'm ready to go to sleep.
All right, so we'll see you.
So, yep. Well, hey, take
We're
care.
gonna call it anyways in a few minutes. So, but Krellbar's out. Everybody,
We're almost.
everybody wave.
Good night, Krellbar.
All right, Krell. Have a good one, man.
Take care. Apple cider vinegar.
Yep.
Honey.
Apple pie.
Lemonade.
Yeah, mix
Lemonade.
it up, baby. Cinnamon.
What are we doing?
I have no idea.
Where'd Zim go?
The other two.
He just disappeared. I don't know if he had a customer come in.
Oh, okay.
When Krellbar said, add some cinnamon, apple cider vinegar, and it tastes like apple pie, at that point there, I'm like, I'm not listening to one recipe this kid says ever again.
Yeah. No, apple cider vinegar.
Take some battery acid.
Awesome. Yeah. But it works. It puts lead in your pencil.
I know. Listen, I want to do it. You're supposed to do 2 tablespoons before you go to bed.
Okay.
Now, before I go to bed, I'm taking vitamin D again. I'm taking more vitamin C. I take GABA, and I take melatonin. But I did want to try the apple cider vinegar. But I'm thinking to myself, do I want to drink battery acid before I go to sleep?
Well, you're going to have it with some water, like 8 ounces of water. Just down it. And
I wouldn't douse it in water. To me, it's like that's prolonging the flavor. 2 tablespoons, I think, is easy to go and drink down fast than sit there and drinking some diluted feces in water.
It's rough to drink, though.
I'm just saying, but but putting it in water, diluted, and then having that extended drink.
Yeah.
Just knock it back. I used to do that every day with the Bragg's apple cider vinegar. Just,
but
knock it back, it's done.
The honey, it makes it manageable.
Wait, so you would take the 2 tablespoons before you went to bed, Joe?
No, I would do it first thing in the morning.
Oh, in the morning. Okay. I think they recommend before you go to bed.
Why?
Is it? What do I look like here? Dr. Berg?
Well,
I don't know why. I don't get that far into it. All I heard was if you want better sleep, take it before you go to bed. Because it's supposed to help your digestive.
Okay.
And they say a lot of problems with people's sleep has to do with digestion. They think it's their brain, but it's not. It's digestion. And if anyone else is having trouble sleeping, I recommend highly GABA. GABA.
Oh.
It's
Gabapentin?
fucking... So, what?
Gabapentin?
No, so gabapentin is a drug. GABA is, GABA is an amino acid. And so I watched this doctor, and he talked about how it makes your growth hormone increase. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll buy it. I take 2 before I go to bed. I'm watching Columbo. And before I could hear, Lieutenant Columbo from Patrick McGowan, I'm out. I fell asleep. So I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
The next night, same thing. So now I'm like, well, now I'm curious what the fuck is in this shit, because this is knocking me out. And I'm not someone that can get knocked out from like melatonin or any of that stuff. So I watched a video on it. It said, if you have trouble sleeping, it gets rid of anxiety. It's like calms you. And I'm like, no shit. It works. And so then I watched Dr. Berg, and he said if you take it with melatonin, because melatonin, even though if it doesn't help you sleep, if it doesn't work for you to sleep, it helps your brain while you sleep to produce growth hormones. So I was like, so now I take the melatonin and the GABA, but the GABA is what knocks me out.
Huh. Huh.
Yeah, it's good. And then, so I got some recently at Walmart, and I do the self cash out at Walmart because there's no way I'm getting rung up by somebody that does this. They look and then they stare at it. It's like, can you fucking hurry the balls up instead of one at a time and staring at everything I'm buying? They're like, what is this anal lube? I'm like, would you come on? Can we get right? Exactly. So no, but seriously, so I swipe the GABA. All of a sudden, all these bells and whistles are going off. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And a thing flashes on the screen. ID check, ID check. So this woman walks up. She looks at me. She goes, "You're over 18." I said, "You think so?" And then she swiped her card, and I was on my way. I was like, you have to be 18 to buy this fucking stuff? She goes, I guess so. I don't even know what the fuck it is. I'm like, but the anal lube is fine for 13-year-olds? Is that what I'm guessing here?
Yeah. No ID required.
What's a good brand?
Of GABA?
Yeah.
Or the anal lube. GABA is...
No, I'm Italian. Anal lube, I'm going to go with olive oil every day.
There you go. First press, organic.
Yeah.
So
Country
GABA, I take now an OW 750 milligram. Hey now, Jan is here.
Well, I see now 500 milligram. I'm looking on Amazon. There's a 750.
Yeah, 750.
2-pack for $20. That ain't bad.
No, it's great. And I take 2 a night. 2 pills a night knocks you out.
How long before you go to sleep would you take it, you say?
If I want to fall asleep within 10 minutes, I take it.
Now, when I get up in the morning, I'm not going to be a zombie, am I?
Nope. I'm telling you, the stuff's magic. It's great.
I got to look that up. I'm going to get some of that. But, let me ask you a question. I got a zinc supplement. And it always says take on an empty stomach, or at least don't have it with anything like with tree nuts.
Right.
Usually when I'm up in the morning, I'm not up for too long before I'm having my first cup of coffee at work. You think that would be bad with the zinc?
No. I take zinc, magnesium, and copper all separate in pills. I'm drinking a cup of coffee about 2 minutes after I swallow those pills.
You sound like a fucking kid chewing on coins.
Everything's capsule.
All right.
That's what they say. GABA is good for depression. If you take GABA and fall asleep and then get bitten by a zombie, you will wake up a zombie. That's awful. Because you asked, will I wake up a zombie? That's my brother's joke, by the way.
I know. I saw it.
It's not terrible, but it's somewhat amusing.
It's not gold.
No, it's not gold.
And Richard usually kills.
He usually brings the heat.
Yeah, he does.
RL, did you buy the GABA? Because remember we were talking about GABA? Yo, GABA. If you're calling east of the Rockies, he says I'm crying. Christ. Let me look. I think it does. I'm gonna show you a link. Let me see. GABA supplement. Yeah, Swanson has it for $6.66. Amazon. You have Amazon in England, right? I mean, Scotland, right? Wherever the fuck you is. Let's see. This won't let me post this, I bet. Yeah, too many. Yeah, I think it's just called GABA. It stands for gamma aminobutyric acid. Oh.
But you all you had to say was gamma. It was in there.
Yeah, it's gamma rays. You'll turn into the
I'm in.
Hulk.
I'm in.
Yeah. Is GABA yeah. It says take it on an empty stomach. I don't know about that. I don't know how empty my stomach is when I'm going to sleep. He takes it with milk. Oh, okay. Do you have to? I bought it. Do you have to take it? A lot. I like it with the melatonin. Yeah. Does it make you go to sleep, RL? That's my question. Have you been? Has it knocked you out? Mama said knock you out. GABA's gonna knock you out. GABA's the shit. It's good stuff. Joe's reading about it, I think. I'm not sure what Jerry's doing. Jerry, what are you doing up there?
What was the
I'm
name of that
working on
olive oil you said?
What is it?
What was the name of the olive oil you said earlier?
Vitalia? Is that what it was?
I don't
Yeah,
see
something
it.
like that.
I fight it as I'm playing chess before bed. Oh, yeah, it'll knock you out.
How many milligrams?
I take the 750. I take two 750s. So I take 1,500 milligrams
300, yeah.
with 10 milligrams of melatonin.
And all right, so with the addition of the melatonin, you get a growth hormone benefit.
Yeah, supposedly.
Well, as opposed to just taking the gamma, you just get the better sleep.
GABA.
Okay, GABA, and that just gives you better sleep, not necessarily the growth hormone component.
No, GABA gives it to you too. I'm stacking it because they both supposedly are very beneficial to adding growth hormone to your body.
I see. Yeah, all right. Yeah, using them.
I'm stacking it.
Stacking,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, stacking and hacking. It's
Yeah.
21st century. God damn it. Yeah,
of course.
I like thinking in those terms too because as they suggested earlier, additional cardio, splitting up the time during the the 12-hour loop or whatever. There's definitely benefits to doing things like that.
Yeah,
breaking up tasks in instead of doing it all in one point during the day, do it throughout the day or whatever you can do. It's amazing. The sprint versus the marathon. Yeah. Well, a lot of times people don't think about exercise in those terms. As you pointed out earlier with Crowbar, he felt he was underworking, but he was getting additional benefit.
Well, he was overtraining.
Understood. And then you sorted him out. And now he's getting more result. And who doesn't like that? I work less and I get more.
Right. Well, that's because people don't understand the principle. It's not as you do it and as you get stronger and as he gets stronger, it becomes what's TRT? I don't know what TRT is.
Dynamite.
John Taylor, what is TRT?
To return. A guess.
And then he says, or just natural boost. A test. Oh, am I taking yeah, I am taking test.
Oh.
I am. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, but you're right, David.
Recently.
Going to make a point about people just don't know.
Well, I get my blood work done all the time, so I'm always testing my blood work. It's not like I'm just taking tests to take tests. But I have no reason to hide it. I don't care. I'm 54 years old. I can take tests. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, no, I know. It's all good. I'm just saying, not a lot of people will admit when they do that kind of thing. But to me, it's like I went and got my blood work done. And why, thank you, sir. Thank you. I get cardio when I'm doing core work. Yeah, so the thing about core work is I like a lot of core work. I just don't. A lot of people that focus on core work, to me, have thick waists. And I try to avoid that. Again, I'm at this point in my life, I'm trying to look like Tarzan, not the ape. So I'm trying to lean down. My days of being jacked and all that, I'd rather be, and I still kind of look jacked somewhat when I'm like in my tanks because, I'm still kind of big, but I still want to get leaner than be big and jacked. Like, that's not my goal. My goal is to be leaner, like Tarzan, not the ape.
Extra medium.
Husky toddler.
There you go.
All right, folks, it's 10 o'clock, and we are at a standstill. No, we're done. We're done. I got to make some phone calls in a little bit, and I was talking to was my friend Santana. You remember her on the show, Joe?
Yes.
Yep.
She started yapping to me about the Buffalo game.
She's
earlier.
winning awards for everything. She's always on the red carpet. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah. So she just messaged me before the show started. And I said, listen, let me call you after the show because I'm just, and she was like, oh, I didn't realize, blah, 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 whatever. What about SMF? Oh, okay. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Well, Santana's a good friend of mine. I've known her for 100 years. I mean, I've known her since it's at least 22 years.
Wow.
Good to see you, Hugh. And Hugh, let's go over that. Because I'm going to get you down to your goal. Whatever you want your goal to be, we're going to discuss it. We're going to figure out how to get you in core shape. It's going to take some work. And
15 carbs a day.
You're going to have to, but you're going to have to start sleeping at night. The insomniac lifestyle isn't very good unless you're fucking living on lines of blow.
Yeah. You're only going to live so long doing that shit.
Right. But I'm just saying that's for the insomniac. I'm just saying, like, people that are up late all the time, they're not.
No.
If he could walk 120 miles in 2 days, he could do anything.
Yeah. Did he do did you do that walk, Hugh? Did he get the whole thing done?
He must have. He's still alive.
I know, but I thought they did. I thought he did half, and then the rest of the half he rode in the back of an ambulance.
Fucking. What's that? A Rodney Dangerfield movie?
Oh, it's just how I envision it. He did 100 miles in 7 days, not 2 days.
Okay.
100 miles. Wait, how many miles am I doing a day? I'm doing 3.7 miles. There's no fucking way I'm doing that in 107 days.
I'm up to
I guess if you're outside walking and you're walking uphill, downhill. When I'm on the treadmill, everything's fucking uphill like it's nuts.
Yeah.
I'm good for about 100 feet a day.
That's a good one, Elroy.
You got to do the road work, man.
Yeah, you got to do that. Look.
Yeah, the discipline.
I'd love to get a challenge going with some people, Hugh, and maybe one or two other people on the show that are in the place that want to get fit. And let's get these guys fucking go. I'll tell you right now, Bingham has lost some weight. I think he's down 16 pounds.
Good for him.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. What's he married a year?
What?
He's been married a year.
Who? That's
Bingham.
Ryan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, Bingham's been with his girl for a long time. Dallas 6, Giants 3. Wait, Dallas won? Or they're winning? That would be a surprise. Wait, what is John Taylor saying? I see it says in drop 100 pounds, he was like 130. 22 pounds for speed for hire. That's great. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Cheech. Yeah, I go to the look. I'm in the. I go for blood work like 3 times a year. 2 years ago, I had my colonoscopy, get my prostate checked once a year. I think he likes it, Hannah. I think he likes it a lot. Ben Tom says he's down to 155 lean from 36 to a 28 waist. Good
That's
for you,
awesome.
Tom.
Wow. That's huge.
Wow, your waist is smaller than mine. My waist right now is probably like, I would say a 31, maybe some pairs of pants I could get into a 30, but I doubt it. A 32 right now is giant on me. My problem is getting my legs in these pants, because when you put on a pair of pants that's a 32, the legs on them like are kind of snug, and where my chach is, but then buttoning it, it's like I have enough room. No, plain popcorn is not a good snack. You know what's a good snack? Nothing. No, I'll tell you right now, carrots with hummus, anything with protein, a salad with olive oil, the extra virgin organic olive oil, those are good snacks. If it seems like you have to ask me if it's a good snack, you know the answer is no. In fact, from now on, any questions where you think I might say no, assume the answer is no, and let's forgo any questions.
Prick.
Exactly.
Yeah,
No, because seriousness, like, would anyone ever say, hey, Dave, is lettuce with olive oil a good snack? Of course it's a good snack. Olive oil is amazing for you. The fat content, like, especially if it's organic, it's cold pressed, has to be cold pressed, and it's from one country of origin, go have at it. You'd never have to ask me. But if you start asking me, hey, is chocolate covered donuts an okay snack? Yeah. If you want to be 800 pounds, that's fine. It's poison. So Ben Tom is doing 24 intermittent, all lean protein, some veg, water, black coffee, black tea, no simple carbs. Tom, are you watching any Dr. Berg videos? Look at Tom go, man. I'm excited for him. Uh, 30. My waist before was a 36, 38.
So, Dave,
when I wear shorts, like the cargo shorts you see me wear, I always have to go to a 34 or a 36 because otherwise I can't get my legs through the fucking things. Like if I put on a 32, and so I always have to cinch the fuck. You'll always see my belt on these things wrapped around my waist because I have to cinch the piss out of them. Tom, that's awesome.
That is good.
Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah, I'm 5'8". I don't know how tall are you, Tom? I'm 5'8". I weigh 200. My waist right now is, I mean, let's say I wear a 32, 31, but 32 is what my jeans are, but they're just big. Like, I have to cinch them even at the waist of those jeans. He's 5'9". Okay. What do you weigh? What does he weigh now? What do you weigh now? Weigh now.
What do you weigh? What do you weigh? What do you weigh now?
Like we're doing all kinds of I need to gain muscle now. Yeah. No, I don't skip leg day. 155. Wow. That's lean. It's good for you. How about I give you 10 pounds? I'd like to be 190. You could be 165.
Let's go. Let's make a deal.
I need to be 190. The problem is I probably need to lose 20 pounds of fat and put on 10 pounds of muscle. Only because when I'm so critical, but I can feel on my back, I'm like, oh, I could get rid of some there. Down from 190. That's where I'd like to be. Good for you, Tom. I'm impressed. And glad to see you're in good health, my friend. Good to see it. You guys all know that I don't like any of you, right? But I do want to see you all in good health. I can get Joe every time. He loves the asshole bit. It's fucking great. You know I hate every one of you, right? But I want you to live that. No, I'm kidding. You guys got to be like, seriously, I want you to live the healthiest life. Be happy. You know what I mean? Be happy. Fucking be healthy. Every day above ground is a fucking gift. You know? So you got to look at it. Santana was saying to me today, she was like, man, every day I see these pictures. You're getting better. You're still focusing. You need to take a vacation or take a weekend off and just enjoy yourself. And I'm like, well, no, I don't. I'm fine. I'm just doing the grind. That's how I do it. I don't need, you know what I mean? It's like, and she respected, she was right on. She goes, totally, I get it. I get it. But yeah, to me, it's like, it's just, I'm just living the life. You just do it. I'm glad you feel so much better. Absolutely. Tom, do you watch any of the Dr. Berg stuff? Are you off Nightshade, any of that stuff? So Hugh Caldwell's 6 feet, 260 pounds. So I was 265 at 5'8", Hugh, just so you know what a mess I was last year. Peanut butter is not great protein. Now, if you want peanut butter, you're better off doing something like an all-natural peanut butter that has no other ingredients except for peanuts. And even then, you're dealing with salt. But most peanut butter over the counter is pure sugar, and you want to stay away from it.
Right.
In fact, if you guys want to watch a guy who basically does your shopping for you, are you guys familiar with Bobby from Flav City?
No.
So Bobby is this guy named Bobby Parrish. And if you look at his videos on YouTube, he'll shop at Costco. He'll tell you what to buy. He's an extremely heterosexual male. Wait, did I say that? No, he's not. He's completely flaming. He'll tell you that he's straight and he's got a kid, but there's no way he's fooling anybody. But he's still enjoyable to watch. I mean, there's not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying it's just a little crazy when he's like, oh my God, this collagen protein is so good. It's
I've
like,
actually seen some of his videos. Yeah.
Oh, now that I've described him, you know exactly who I mean.
No, I kind of had an idea because when I was watching like what's good this or that with the keto when I first started, he's all over YouTube.
Yeah. And I don't think he really knows a lot of stuff, but he does know when stuff has sugar. But he's always like, oh, this stuff here has I can't even pronounce it. We're not going to eat that.
Like he'll talk about how they throw
it's
him
pronounced penis,
store.
Bobby.
Oh my God, Dave.
What Bobby's like, I can't pronounce this word. There's no way it's going in my mouth. Bobby, that word is pronounced penis, and I'm sure it has. Come on, folks. This is gold right here. RL, this is way better than your fucking zombie joke. I don't know where the hell you are on that. No, he is great. I've been walking 5 miles a day, 7 days a week. Did I ever tell you my doctor told me to walk 5 miles a day? I called him 2 weeks later. I said, listen, I'm 70 miles from my house. What the hell am I supposed to do now?
Yeah.
Classic Rodney joke, by the way.
That's a Rodney right there.
You're a Maloney. Has anyone tried keto pumpkin coffee creamer? No, we're all straight.
Yeah.
No, Ben Tom.
Out of here with your pumpkin spice.
Listen,
I do my own creamer now because those store creamers, they taste delicious, but there's so much shit in them.
That's right, John Taylor. We got a Mr. Jones coming up. Let me tell you something. My coffee I drink is black because that's where you get all the health benefits. Just black coffee. That's how you drink it.
He likes his coffee the way he likes his porn, all black.
That's right. Ebony with big tits. So it's a joke, folks. Guess that means exactly.
The fuck is that, man?
That's somebody saying Happy Rosh Hashanah, but it's all right. Usually I drink my coffee the way I drink all black once in a while. Yeah. So yeah, but if you watch Dr. Berg, he talks about the benefits of black coffee. And if you listen to Squeeze, they'll tell you the benefits of black coffee in bed. Now she's gone. And out of my head, out of my... Am I the only one that knows this tune other than fucking Hugh? Anyways, let me just go back to Hugh real quick. Hugh Caldwell says he's 6 feet 260. We got to get Hugh down to 200 pounds. We're going to have him drop 60 pounds.
Can be done.
There you go. Hugh got it. Squeeze. Hugh, that's my goal for you. I got to get you down to 195 for Hugh.
It can be done.
A Ukrainian teacher. Yep, 60 pounds. Yeah, there's a great Instagram thing called Ukrainian women that are just beautiful. They might be, one of them might be your teacher. Yeah, you got loose skin. There's things you can do for that. You want to increase your growth hormone, which is what I've been telling everybody here about, which is why you take the GABA, which is why you take the melatonin. Any loose skin, and you want, that's kind of the stuff you have to do. You have to, oh, really? My mother's side was from the Ukraine. My father's side from Lithuania. Did anyone see that in Lithuania, they now make vagina tasting potato chips? Joe? Would you do the honors of looking that up for me, please? Because I guarantee you'll find it.
Is that true? I don't want it to be true.
Yeah, GABA, G-A-B-A. Yeah, black coffee is the way to...
True.
It is true.
Oh, my God.
What color is the bag?
Flavored potato chips.
What is it? What is it called?
Vagina. Well, let me go to it. Of course, it's in the New York. It's called Chaz. Pussy flavor, limited edition. The picture is great. I got to put this in the chat.
All right, go right ahead.
Oh my God.
You know what? As soon as it came to my mind, I said, they're going to think I'm joking.
All bodies taste good for the hot ones. No preservatives. Oh my God. And they got kettle. Yeah.
Is the kettle one called kettle con flavor? Thank you. Hadn't it? 100% Karpatha Russian, which is basically the Ukraine. Yeah. So my dad's side was Lithuania. My mother's side was from Kiev. Now they call it Kiev, but when I was a kid, we called it Kiev. Now they call it Kiev, whatever. Which I think is where Jan is from. Well, he's definitely from the Ukraine. I just don't know if that was the...
So a porn star bought a mansion for $4.8 million.
Who did?
Can you imagine porn stars now can buy a mansion for $4.8 million?
Well, because social media in like their YouTube, like who is it? Who's the
Riley Reid?
Really? Riley Reid can afford that?
She dropped $4.8 million.
What the hell's Riley Reid doing?
Everything and everyone, apparently.
Right. I was going to say,
I honestly, I always feel like a porn star because I'm always getting fucked.
Right.
Not in a good way.
But really, it's all the social media, the Instagram stuff, and then they get the Twitter. I can't believe my Twitter. I opened Twitter for like a second, and I'm seeing like anal. I'm seeing every porn thing in front. I'm like, who the fuck did I start following when I started my thing? It's like insane. It's nothing for me to find a news source. And then I'm like, but why do I keep coming back to Twitter?
Twitter's horrible.
That's why. No, it is terrible. Apparently some porn star graduated from high school that worked at like 10 years ago. OnlyFans. I don't know if it's OnlyFans because OnlyFans doesn't really generate that much revenue as much as like Brittany Amber, I think is her name, tries on clothes on YouTube. She's got 1 million followers. She's probably making 30 grand a month just from YouTube. She would have to do about 40 anal scenes for that usually. Nothing. I get. Oh, I remember her, Adriana Chechik.
Oh God.
I mean, that name sounds familiar.
Holy shit. This house.
I don't know any porn stars by name, but if you wave their potato chips by my face. How do you think?
There's your
haven't been-
definition of fish and chips.
You're right. I haven't. Hannah Baum's asking if I watched the Dahmer series. So I'm talking to you guys. Know Chrissy from she came into the chat last week. Chrissy was telling me, she's like, I haven't really been sleeping and blah blah blah. I'm like, really? So then the other day she's like, oh yeah, I'm watching Dahmer. I'm like, yeah, that's going to help you sleep like a baby.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you watch every serial killer show you can find. You really want to get yourself comfortable into sleeping. Hey, Randy, what's going on? Yeah, Riley Reid looks a little bit too much like a little girl to me. It's not my if it's not Corey Chase in a dry. How about I can read through your typos? That's fucking
Corey.
That's
Chase
even
said,
more
"You gotta
pathetic.
Leave her alone. Get off of that with the fucking get stuck bullshit. Holy shit.
Is there any porn worse than Perv Nana? When the step grandmother's trying to have sex with the younger guy? Is there anything worse?
But some of the logic.
The answer is yes, there is.
Some of the logic just fucking kills me. Like porn has like this own, like, how there's Superman and Bizarro World.
Right.
Porn, there's like a porn universe out there somewhere that's fucking insane. Like you think of something like who came, like when they come up with the idea, one guy has to run it by another guy. And then
you think people are running these ideas by people?
Someone's got to be sitting there going, I got a great idea for a new scenes we're going to do. So what are you going to call it? Daughter swap. What do you mean daughter swap? Well, your daughter fucks up, my daughter fucks up, and to punish them, you fuck my daughter and I fuck yours. In what fucking universe is that kind of logic?
The porn universe. It's called
Pornhub. But now then it branches out to everything. I saw one called Mother Swap.
Mom Swap.
Yeah. I'm just trying to swap the workday for a fucking good night's sleep.
And the thing about Mom Swap is I've probably seen maybe 1 to 40 episodes.
Something in that range. Yeah.
Maybe closer to 39. I don't know.
Just trying it out.
Yeah, but you ever notice, though, every girl will sit there and tell you they have trouble sleeping? And it's like, well, what do you watch? Oh, I love murder mysteries.
Yeah,
I love watching all these unsolved mysteries.
True crime shit.
I like true crime. I like watching where they can't find the serial killer. Oh, and then you're up all night with a flashlight under your covers. That makes more sense to me now.
Now, I actually sleep to paranormal podcasts, and I'll tell you, some of my dreams are fucking wild.
Yeah, Mom POV Hannah Baum is the guy who's in Vegas who films just in the hotel rooms.
Hugh, give it time.
Think.
We're almost at that point. Don't even tell them a limit because they'll go cross it.
Right.
And it is Halloween time, so. But you know what's bad? When the storylines, the costumes, and the special effects in the porn parodies are better than the actual Marvel movies.
Right.
That's what fucking kills me.
Yeah, Hannah Baum. Who doesn't? He goes, I like the MILFs. You sure?
Yeah.
Fucking Corey Chase isn't a household name because she's not a MILF. No, it's all good stuff. It's all healthy. No, you guys are all creeps. But let me just say that right now. You're all disgusting, filthy pigs for knowing this stuff. I'm right there with you. Guilt, like you said.
I dropped one at work the other day, and no one caught it. I was thankful. Someone said, "Well,
Tom, be well, my friend."
They say it's going to be in India summer," and I came back with, "I thought she retired." No one knew what I was talking about. I couldn't not do it though.
Right, you had to.
I had to.
Yeah. Well, when someone says that to me, I would say, I don't know, with these gale force winds, it feels like it's coming from the Randy West.
Oh my God.
No, or is it moving Peter North? Brandy Love. Yeah, I have a friend of mine that loves Brandy Love.
Oh my goodness.
He is in love with Brandy Love. No thanks. Anyways, she's cute. Guys, we're going to call this an evening, folks. It is our 10:25, and we've been going for a long time. 2 hours, 25 minutes. I want to thank everyone for hanging out with us. I want to thank Zim, who took off and gave us the Irish exit. I want to thank Krellbach, who I wish gave us an Irish exit, except he was like staring oddly at the screen for 20 minutes before he finally took off. I want to thank Joe, as always, for coming back to the show. We're going to thank Jerry over here for coming on to the show and not showing us the kid in the well, saying don't do anything to the dog.
He's a sweet boy.
Nice one, Hannah Baum, pulling out Boogie Nights. It's a real film, Jack. Anyways, everyone, I want to thank everyone. Also, check it out that I started a second channel called Dave's Cigar Channel. If you're interested in watching me talk about cigars and do my cigar lives, my cigar lives are going to be done on that show, on that channel. It might not be until I hit 1,000. I don't know. I have to see how I can link these up. I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. I think I can go live on the computer, and then I use my phone. We'll figure it out, but I need to get as many subs as I can over there so I can go live on that with my phone. But other than that, anyone else have anything else they want to say? Or we just we're done.
That's it. Good night, everybody.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Very good.
Okay, goodbye, Ted.
Goodbye.